Organization is impossible. Or let those who know the laws of harmony lays the foundation. It's only the chewing stick that know the secret of the mouth. Someone who has sold an old lady before knows the price of an old man. Here can hotel Papa Ghana Tourism Authority Ajatum say a number one. Me patro yaka class pa and one Chafford Royal Guest House any guest house apart from Chafford Royal Guest House a count of illegal a treasonable offense a first degree felony. Eduane papa fee be a person jojo ho be a yaka bamboo ho some security adwuma padia and one Chafford Royal Guest House a woku kwase and if any andrase ma form number na from sisia e was 0594 98 53 52 0594 98 53 52 yaka guest house papa no amo Chafford Royal Guest House and to send wako Jehovah with the sun which church and I wako Pentecost and Madas. I love you. Boom, let the people have fun.
Obantan bi anim se ade ya ne se wo de wo ba bepi na wo beku nsuo ana wo beja ne nan na aye ne ho na ne ho aseye entimi de funny love baby diapers eno na me de bo me ba se me de funny love baby diapers ebo me ba enam se eye cotton base nti akoda ne gu nsuo oja ne nan a empem fa ho na ne ntaban anasa wins no extra efa baby a na funny love baby diapers na de wo ho kura enwa won se perfume ne wo mu nti no sa akoda ne gu nsuo anasa oja ne nan a unhu senti biara won te hwe won tese wo da na wada akoda no so da wada from wo ye comfortable it about time mento diapers bia keke diapers bebre wo dwa so nenso funny love baby diapers ne danso sizes ne bebre wo ho efi akoda ne nkoda brem kopin so benyina konfie mienu ni nyina no eye funny love baby diapers ena wo hia ehye bebre enti wo use out mu se ekoyi ankasa enti mento diapers kasa mepe funny love baby diapers if you say eno ena ye papa e wo dwa so about time nyina nso yaji atumu eye funny love.
Boss, I can't hear you. Some question about I think there's something wrong with the network. No?
Hello? Hello?
Pacho, or boss is here, why? I think that he was having some.
What do you mean, Kan?
Yeah, me too, Kapa.
Munyan tem kakama mina. Or can I say 11? I'm 11 way.
I know. Or boss is here, Pacho.
Show me light in the mommy.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks perfect. Pacho, my name is vertical, mom. And better.
On your vertical.
Yeah, I know much better. I need more nice style.
Okay, alright, sure.
Yeah. Much better now. Much better. Leave it like that. Thank you.
Okay.
How is it now? Is it
Yes, it
better?
is much better. Much better now. We can hear you. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
If you na medamuni na say mutu mistake by. Mr. Mo and then the way I see share program no na say me de guest ba. Onu so we adwumam and oje time so be but me nim Chamandru is he still there or he's not?
Yes, he's here. He's here.
Please then add him right away and let us start right away. Why? Add him right away, because he has to go somewhere. So we don't want to.
He's not on the scene right now, so wait. So what I'm doing to right to the casa.
Okay. All right. Right now, no. And meba and I say meba no. Both a church shaming and naming criminals who have formed the cartel as political party or pese Ghana and Kasa Ebenya Bibi Papi Biaye de Aye na media I should say meba social media na meba beka no kre na ye ntro na meka na niama bebree na over the years no esan say yen kenkan na yen tiniama asinti no ye makwan na enkrofo bebree betum futuro edigu yani and then me de nyame ase nyame aya adom menya mebra Mr. Kofi Ameyal say wa MPP communication there and especially MPP communications USA there Mr. Kofi Ameyal should be a household name and a household face to all of you na enche bia na nyame ya adom na Mr. Kofi Ameyal enya nkitahudi as say wabeka one of my sources say me hear information and as me hear any validity bia otumi ma me onyame so aya adom so far bibia bebisa ni bia na samo kaya 11 na me be lecture am wo no samo pese wo hu dia na owo akire e ma me document ifra abem mu ametumi de ye ya na ye Mr. Kofi Ameyal nti honorable and as a young can say that future future president
Kofi Ameyal Kofi Ameyal
sorry fache me pacho otemenka
me to nkapa
me pacho tie for we dem fanche yen me network ne ye kakra but mo fanche yen enti Mr. Kofi Ameyal you are welcome to Political Zone Endra say ne nansa o Endra na me ne wudi nkuta ho na me ka kire o say me hu information bi a ye nuanom NDC for throw no about ede da dankofo na me pese eja wo wakoye obi a wo aban mu na also no most of the information no we are abreast with it no ka me hia wo so wo beba na wa be kire ensem kakra bi mu ayeden a kire yen na me wa adwumam na NDC for propaganda for boy sie bia ye friend of Raskotoka wokofa eyi bi be kire me say kodwo opon kroma akoka say free education ye be review ni atwam na mahama ewo ne yen say ye be review ni atwam ene ye say there be na odi atro by na de yan say posterity abechia ya na me de say sa boy ne send me ade am say me ya me taking it serious because meaning which house it is coming from, right? But for the ordinary people na onim no omo beji adi na afi akoma nipa edi aban no ho yawa na say nipa kase editi aban no ewo bra ancestors sa na eba enu ntime pa cho me anka sendra me frɛ wo no o kire me directions because share video no now just like you had educated me no there was nowhere in the video honorable upon kromaka say President Akufo-Addo say ukutwa free education the can say policy so say the intimate what can you tell us about this whole free education and this first started did they say yes you could review ukutwa let us hear from you.
Minya Felix really the kind of my main down na minda nyankopon for your life and for your good work for Ghana. Ghana truly appreciate you. And let me also say, Aban any so and recognize your effort to ensure the Oyen. Na minja sa kunya isu kruya na memfanchia wa hwefo ni watifo nyina. Minim se mahuma ni mu demu a.
Edem pa, o dem clear.
Nice one. Na maka ne say wie no. Mami chia Ghana fo nyina utie ye free chichi ene benteye especially omo wa manone asisi anomanya bre na omo ehwe yen ye do mase na answer na me ma Ghana fo me mbo na me sure mo bose achia nembu ye
Okay.
no enwome mu ayedin and ye ya ye wa manone are fully aware that enyoma akakra no enti said the net here can. And Ghana is not an island, respectfully. It's our global changes. Idea of what Ghana so can be. Of course, and indeed, the OSHA impose a budget statement to paragraph 4 no, government clearly said COVID never about exposing certain fundamental systematic issues, including the economy, health, and other related areas. And no interest say be a gusa into brofo making. Mami kana mi fam ko wie enkan paragraph 20 of the budget statement. Na me ma Ghana for enya hotos say ye koso no e ha o ni e we na o man penny e for eye onunyamfo eye kenoforiata e kan e wo pa. I say Mr. Speaker, we are under no illusions as to the economic challenges facing our country today. How to ease the sufferings of Ghanaians, transform the economy to create jobs and share the expected wealth across all households, and what keeps the president awake at night. How to broaden the revenue, keep a grip on expenditure, protect the public purse, and at the same time build with the needed infrastructure, pay the bills, and stimulate economic activity are the orders he has given to us, his ministers, and others to carry out over the next 3 years. So this is a clear admittance. Recognizes Ghana for a home, and that's idea or that on that. And this dovetail into the meeting that happened. And just so you know, this is a meeting because of ABA an emergency meeting. Cabinet, they meet at Pediasi normal having retreat and just discuss the
boss. Hold on. What say? Sa adia omoko ye. And yes, I want you to bentile gidi. Nemo me yade abanya abeni na omo taye. E yade omo ye ne dada.
Oh yes, yeah, especially
NDC ni bi koka say. NDC ni bi koka say ye ho akire ye ntini ye gidi. Akoye sa ye mongu pacho sa na woka.
Hello, I think something too, Cecilia.
Okay, now me say, mpacho, what you mean? Oh. I feel what say, and I still have
production.
Production function here.
Me share demo, a dem pa.
Mama share nyamana o kasa mente.
Yeah, because Mr. Mete on kapa.
Mentio.
Oh, okay, Opa, as it and re come inside Nyan As it come back.
Hello?
Let's see.
Hello?
What
Oh, the kasa. I tell you, Obasiamba back. Oh, the kasa.
na a network na the person high. They be a important things say will page so na network na person odi no ujim. Benyametias no kra na beko. Dia ya bra Mr. Mayaw. Chere yen no. Ene ne say yes meeting ya e course ya yenuanom NDC for started the year dede ni ekutwa we mu no. Meeting na time to time no. Ye. Enti say nenko a and I said, "Be begina say ye be at now aban abano. Most of them or many of them have done this type of exercise. Now, one say and no and the binimo de politics. Now, nini ano I told you to say what's the most time the account and one is a who can see munu. Mr. Me am pacha fe wotemenka.
Metonka pa also temenka.
Metonka correct. Me pacha to aso free baby free. Na me bisa we say abanya abani ni na no sa de we no omotaye nti enye akufu ado aban kwa na akoye sa
let me say when it comes to a retreat of this nature, cabinet retreat, a idea aban we and in fact okay maybe crowd same information minister stated say you can't or yet meetings pa about way. But the point needed to have been made said this particular cabinet, it's just a matter of well, of course, challenges are existing, and you're committing. Yeah, let's recognize and make that as an agenda. At the bed or frontal. So it's necessary you recognize this challenge. You meeting. That's the point I wanted to make. This is a meeting that you have every quarter to think about the nation. If you send your mind on, and to make out to us, owner a buy would have to recognize or a year your budget print. Indeed, and in fact, the finance minister Abba budget expenditure no, we're reducing it by 30%. So the projected 100 billion, no, you're reducing about 70 billion. That will mean that you are saying can buy or no say you're realigning your money so that at the end of the day, no, you can expenditure you be what I say. And only the coin. So on the basis of this, let me give overview of our where I didn't think I ever do baby I do buying or say or realign and the flagship programs. Opening the year 2020, before the year 2020, according to World Economic Forum, Ghana was one of the fastest growing when we had a year 8.5 GDP growth in Ghana. Bloomberg made a report and stated, say, every region here industrialized here, it starts with a particular country. In the case of Europe, it started with UK. In the case of Asia, it started with Japan. In the case of West Africa, if the region goes to industrialize, it has to start with Ghana, and it has started with Ghana. That was 2019, according to Bloomberg. What I said. Ghana also received the most foreign direct investment in the West African region. So economically, no, we were on a trajectory. Things were getting extremely better. And COVID could be a war in March. In fact, before you first two cases in March, no, you call a global financial market. Financial bond, we were oversubscribed to about $3 billion. That indicates that the economy was good, and then there was also investor confidence in the system. Unfortunately, now COVID buy. Now COVID buy. Let me give you some. One, for 12 months, now private schools, you're closing it, you're shutting it down. Yeah. Teach Hong Kong, and you might afford Hong Kong. So the private person now are into a school, no. The Juma for 12 months, no, nothing was going because nobody was paying school fees. And no, the hospitality and tourism industry was hugely and heavily affected because one, me call beach la beach, no. You should go there one if and see the kind of economic activities that go on there. The number of people who are for almost 12 months, nothing of this nature was happening. Nothing was happening. The hospitality industry, hotels near their day, people were not patronizing their hotels. So they had to lay off workers. Ebio, COVID, 11 million students, including staff, had to dedicate about 38 million cities to buy essential supplies, hand sanitizers, hand soaps, and at the same time, government had to employ 38,000 nurses to augment the existing ones so that you exemptions, frontline work amounted to over 30 million Ghana cedis. Government feeding about 2.8 million people with raw food. And we are more additional 460,000 people. You're dedicated through a national board for small scale industries, almost 750 million. I know over 300,000 applicants. You know, this cannot come on. Government revenue, no, every year by 14.3 billion Ghana. As a matter of fact, reduced by 12 billion, 11.5 3.9 billion government revenue loss. At the same time, no, the expenditure exceeded of about 14 billion, 3.7% of. So the person within the period of COVID, no, Abai had to take the difficult decision, and with the greatest of respect to it appears that we were not paying attention to some of the things that he was, including the fact that the decisions we are taking now, and your man, including insuring water bills, and any sika, containing the spread of the bills. It will and bite us hardly. And that's why he made a statement. We know how to revive the economy, but we do not know how to bring back life. The kind of said yesterday, economy no a best, but as a year, you quite a year. Now also, you said that and then not economy now say of Ghana obewu. Ya this year bewu. Ya this year ni wa yentimi nsan conform free eye asiye ana omu ma. And for now we will struggle. We will go through difficult time. But as this government said, yentimu free mufia, we will bring back the economic life. And frankly, the ocean the ecoswa with a GDP growth and you're recording about 0.4%. Now we are doing 5%. That clearly tells we are doing better. In the COVID period, we were paying workers. Still, we are that's what we are working. Yeah, we are fulfilling our statutory obligations. But the reality is that moving forward, no, also yeah, we are just, and that comes to your question, say, what was the essence of the meeting? The essence of the meeting, in fact, indeed, may so already a year on your name for a year, minister could do upon interview a year. Yeah. When you read what he said, and he said, Abai is trying to say that in the midst of all our economic a situation where action programs of government, about 6 of them, including AFRS, will be affected negatively. So if Obika Trust said, when we are saying review, no, it means that we are going to cancel because NDC canceled some time ago, and we attributed it to the fact that we cancel. The reason why the MPP said that was one, the NDC as a political party doesn't believe in free SHS.
No.
They have never believed in free SHS. Indeed, and in fact, in 2012, they did over 40 campaigns against free SHS. Okay? And then in 2018, University of Cape Coast, the former president, John Dramani, told Ghanaians and said, over 2 billion Ghana cedis, free SHS. He will not invest money into free SHS. So he doesn't believe it. So if this person is coming to tell you, say, or Babe review any free SHS, then he should tell you, say, clearly, or Babe, yes. And that is the basis for us to say, yes. When they say they are going to review, it means they are going to abolish it. And indeed, policies we are talking about allowances and teacher for. It was existing time immemorial. In fact, and indeed, I want to about that in the core IMF, able to, and not accumulating into them cancelling allowances here. A teacher for the nurse for you. And also a man who freezing government into the public sector. And not a man into to mean to your teacher. So these are individuals, say, say, policy be an programs, and you implement here. You should be afraid, you should be worried. So now coming back to the issue really is that how does a government, in the midst of all our economic and budgetary constraints, you bet me making sure say flagship programs are Ghana for a bomb and many of us and who empathy man and who come back into the air can't see say a convention of buying a more said you bear free SHS Mukina, Nemo yes, you be here free work. And to be a would me, any Bra Felix, I would me. So be catch yourself free SHS. I want to bent your ban repeso trema, Odin draw, a rather than some no crabby men. Yeah, more the I can say, yeah, Besemukina in the midst of all our challenges. Nepacho, see our 8 cry.
Intino, the Atiane say, I buy because like the Awu yes, I 100 billion, no, they say you just about 70 billion. It is a common idea. Definitely no. So why you constantly say your expenditure and stuff must also come down. Ntinia maybe ana yanka obitwa sanka abeye no. Sikeni ni wa yente say utumi ekati quote according to the material available, not your size.
No correct.
Okay. Entino Ekufuado so say per dia wo kano. Or say there are certain flagship program bi or no ehia na pa on pesi be twema na meboa. Enu nti no pesi e kwanya. Ye betumi ahyemu kina na ya sustain.
No correct. No correct.
Meeting aye call ye no. Yanko meeting says sebe ye kotwa free education mu amohieni wa edi ni sika kotua free education emmom yanhwe baabi a ye betumi atetetete ne ama bi so na yetumi de ahyehyehye star flagship programs a emu ode no mepa cho apart from free education na ban person hyemu kinana etena no, can you give us other policies government would like so person reinforcing to it said be a yentwam ana say engu say o can be bisa betumi ama information.
One district, one factory.
Okay.
One factory.
So you want to maintain one district, one factory?
One district, one factory. A year, okay. One village, one dam. Through under the coordination of the special development initiative. No. And see, so what share I can see or this and to say under normal development authorities, no, which comes under the special development initiative, no. And can on better to my no one make sure say you bet me and maintain, including even national identification authority or project, making sure say Ghana phone in a form of a card. So these are major flagship programs. Agenda 111 and all the major Ghana policies and programs tailored to ensure say Ghana ni benya hotono. Abaye na doing say no. Sebi, Sika more than there, name more unfun example. Because he believes that all our challenges, no, and your way is so essential. Ghana for a cost a big here, now I'm on my bra boom, and no more.
Yo, me pacho, me wa with them, say we a busy man, pa, but more questions for be. Make me be out.
Sure.
Yo, me pacho, any dimuara. Ya papa nanado. And I say your president Nanado. Or for be near from Graduate Unemployed Association. Me and Medina media program wa maha. Ya call Mahama ono. Was one your magician or discussion be bottom. Now, Mr. Mayao, and that statement no crown a meow. The extrapolation of that statement no all chile or say mo Ghana for Muko Lego. KNUS Tinia Diano. Man question practical biao. It's yet to me from where you could get theory because who need the experience to work. Or say when our universities keep churning out graduates who don't have the experience to work, how can we employ them? And this was its response to Graduate Unemployed Association. Ekufuado ba ye me minimum and then when you permanent job wa omoye. Minimum crofwa and then up quad rumenti on Sunday and an albus for NOD. But I know one say Napco, what do you mocata and Nansiana Mate so almost a few months to become one of my young administration. Now say Obi amount, not so be the amount. Not so done to say, maybe Uncle Camia, Uncle Sanapco, no, a good for one them from some common man more. One was some quoted the woman and anonymous womb because Yama one hine. Mr. Meow, now one year or Chami Pobo, minimum Saku Padu Yamuye. But when the Kapuma Meko and Comani, no more dear tear, son also didn't offer.
Me no ya doing ye. Copim say, Nabi, me no ya doing ye, Felix. Didn't tell me no ya doing ye. Nanadu don't quad. I am she no dog, oh my God. And I nipa be dream say ebia o she bododo na emu se o hwe na tuo ene na mempo no a ni nyina ni se Ghana ni be di. You can talk of every one of his projects or policies or programs is to ensure that the Ghanaian will do well. So we share the number of students who comes out of our universities. That's a buy because of the establishment in definitely framework. And look at the size of our workers now. And every government open up your public sector. And you probably be bebe and yeah, because we share budgetary lines are normal means amortization and interest payments.
Yeah.
Salaries and wages. And no one a DSC what I say. So if you are able to expand the economy so that the private sector and them can find them one. However, your people need job experience. If you are banning and say for 3 years, he will ensure that Ghanaians will acquire, especially the graduates will acquire some job experiences. And it's a moment about 100,000 students and I graduate an opportunity to do that. A move 30% in your opportunity of permanent jobs. And yet the amount for any sebi NDC for be any propaganda that you pop panel any dream panel na a one another than Kufa. It's a minimum for yes, I have 700 Ghana cedis na empone soprano. Oma for home edia be Oman Casa personal businesses.
Oh wow.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yes. Oh, be the barber shop. And the story is there. I will share with you later. Say and I also know the integrity that has been brought to some individuals. Say at least me sorry no pa me career mint na fie enko to dame and I mean kubo me nkotena kwankwanya. Nyemo makwa adwuma na my acquire experience. And you know, yes, it will mostly I want to lab for the last couple of months. Now, on market you know, but just so you also know, the program was for 3 years. 3 years, no, yeah, and you know,
sorry, Minchawano, Mr. Maya Mepacho, Minchawano, wait there, sorry, because a man can't a bit free me. Tio. I buy Shebo and the money and I say I buy Shebo said 3 years program and I'm a boy.
It wasn't part of it wasn't part of our manifesto promises. It was something that came after the elections.
There be chance na me kra sana sana me kra metia em titobo na kono enye ba ye share Ghana for say ye be mo adwuma ye. It wasn't part of our promise.
No. It wasn't in the manifesto. It was never part of our promise. It was never part of our promise.
Inti papa na nkasa kumamu e no person odi ye bibi sa de boa wo mo a e na de mo ya no. Me say me out.
Say ye dijawa na ye aso.
O de to aso na me wan hwe asem ko kasa na matia fa to de mpa to aso.
You know me GDA ma pase o man penin na do dan ko akufa do because so ape akwenya e de ama ye graduates no so that at the end of the day they will become useful to the
Yo, after so me question ni, sa question we obi oba me page so bia me bisa no. Mr. Mayor, me dia ode me beto afiase. Ene dia obeyi me afiase no. Dia oyi me afiase, e na me da ache me de beda no ana se me de excuse me to say me de maseda ebema no. But and no ye nyan krofo bi a ye say from fix the country without knowing what is being fixed. And I said this on my program. Ghana 2013 and I Papa Mahama Opega Abeni so obey president and I'm a boy.
No cry.
And 1 year later, Ojani call IMF and I'm a boy.
No cry.
Now me pacho IMF on the Amimesha Kakre when the Sabia who bet me actually mumo. Say ya do koshawa. Your friend be indicators. And you say with this Emma need Jinepi and Sani a jow and also no correct.
No cry. Yes.
You intino say obi do call IMF. Na so one money bre year. Still our sheho, but to me to near me year the IMF to me jaws are paid your budget for your near manameboa.
No cry.
Into also question with me beside Mr. Mahama. Odiade 2013, 2014, or the year IMF. Yeah, Papa Kufuado, it may be year from 2017, 2018. I free SHS, I so many policies. So why did they fix the country or the people say they are freedom fighters and what they claim they say they are economic freedom fighters? You rather fight for somebody who brought your economic indicators to the IMF or someone who took your economic indicators out of IMF? Please, also, what is your take on that? Will this fix the country freedom fighters? Have they lost what they're actually looking for or they don't know what they are talking about? Which of them?
Nabi, the fix the country movement, no. Let me re-echo and state on your program, say, your offshoot of the NDC communication wing. Okay? Yeah, NDC, almost communication offices and EGs of Sami Genfi. And now, yes, I fix the country, no. And you know, we and your national agenda. Obiame Kaso, we there, Ghana for organically. They want the country fixed, so they formed a movement. I can tell you, authorities say a wing of the NDC and almost forming the country. Because I know individuals. And in fact, it's not just I know them, those that I know privately who were approached by the NDC communication to do that. And those that have come out to support, including the FIFA. Julius Debra, radio station. Now listen to some of the statements he makes. I have had a call to engage him privately, and he came attacking me on Facebook. For that matter, I'm needing you. So I am saying that also gradually, a lot of them, in fact, Captain Smart, over here, why TV station or call it? They are Hoist TV station.
Hoist TV. Yeah.
Only to say, I don't know meet here, Abranti Mushi on Kofi program. So, and I realized, he's changing his stance. I started to say, and you can tell, say, it was the NDC that financing it, and I know that for a fact. I never be one in Ipekobi meeting in Bomudin, but again, the fix the country movement. That's the elementary or comment I make me making. But that notwithstanding, you can tell me, say, Ghana for because of the adjective, fix the country, no. Every Ghanaian wants to see some form of development. Why?
Yes.
What is the reason for the national campaign to become the president? To ensure that Ghana will do better from where he took it off. You can't say the year of roads, no. I don't know, be I Ghana every and you're buying your better to Ghana when you say be any for you buy a near yet in touch, you buy the bear 7 Abertown. That means that we are fixing the country. So if Obika say fixing the country, it does not mean that a secluded and designed for just a few group of people. But every Ghanaian wants the country fixed. The president wants the country fixed. Felix, you want the country fixed. Mimi Kofi Amia, I want the country fixed. I quite remember meeting East Legon Hills Enclave Muho. There was a road behind and seeing how my young for Nana Chrome Equino. Now, how do me started some project less than a year. Within a year, not a quania, just a single lane. Now, in so far, ultimate for her. In so far, nothing, no car move, no car comes. But within a year, you have a double lane. I hire two. Nana Chrome Quina Mekano. To actually portray. This is what I wanted, and it has been fixed. So when we talk of fixing the country, it's not just excluded to just a few people, but everybody wants the country fixed. And this particular government is doing better. Openi, let me give you some few statistics. You cannot compare the structural achievement of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to any government in the history of the Fourth Republic. You can never do that. So anybody who attempts to compare Mahama any Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is comparing oranges to apples. Because, for example, John Mahama or Yetem Natre, okay, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, or yeah, Kumasi International Airport. A whole international airport, not just a terminal. NDC under Atamils, any Mahama, almost here Kumasi KJTR market, okay? We are doing Kumasi Central Market 3 times bigger than the KJTR market. Almost here, Kotokraba, we are doing Takra. We are doing Takra, the market circle. Almost here interchanges, Mienu, circle, and Kasua. We are doing about 7 or 6 of them. Yaya Tamale, Yaya Posu Kain, Yaya Tema, Yaya Pokuase, Yaya Nungwa, Yaya Jingano. We've done 6 of them. In fact, Bakukras was printers count. And yes, Takradi PTC. The MDC under John Dramani Mahama or Atamos John Dramani Mahama, for 8 years, almost completely less than 800 kilometers of road. For the first year
Just
of
look at that. Look at
1,600. Kufuor 8 years, and 4,400 kilometers of roads for 8 years. We are talking about hospitals. The first phase of University of Ghana Medical Center, I'm the first phase. Second phase, baby, I'm and then you see Eastern Region Hospital, brand new hospital. I'm rich, the emergency ward. And then you almost see Antonio Monfram. And then maternity ward, no. 3 times of times bigger than the emergency unit near what regional. That is what we are doing. So when you talk of infrastructure, okay, the NDC and the John Dramani Mahama can never compare itself to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So the bottom line is basically this. I am saying that if a group of people are saying, say, we should fix the country, it's their right and their bona fide. Any Ghanaian wants the country fixed. But I can also assure them, if they can be true to themselves, say, if there has been any government that is making desperate attempts, deliberate attempt, systematic attempt to ensure, say, the country is fixed, you might not like his person, but the reality is that he is doing better than any government in the history of the Fourth Republic.
Yo, me da say. Now, afi, now saying my next question, I'm a person me deba no. What is for constitutional overthrow? Coup, constitutional overthrow. Coup, constitutional overthrow. Coup. Now, me no, Mr. Miao, eya na makuma, anase mere eho, because me de me nana, ene mi ankasa me papa kra no, me papa kwesi apia no. Waka nsemu pia. Kua esi 79 you said e ba Ghana. Or say Ghana your business a bought from sebi up to now you to me and recover you know. Most of them started because or as a result of Kua your papa NDC they rollins they buy. According to Anono Esikafu ananko mube to me ama country na grow ni na obetu na ni si omoso e ma ne say economically. Now Andra na me try dey on my page no so. And I make say your constitution no. Yes, I do agree say maybe there are certain parts be you bet to me as written. But Mr. Mayor, for today I'm saying say it's one of the nicest constitution to be ever made. The Americans are say, I couldn't Americans are say. One more conform constitution I say what general inside the constitution no first preamble I say anybody who thinks act say or planet or new group be planet ye can ye proclaim say ye person to start constitution we go onipa no commit treason and is punishable by death.
True.
We have had people like Okateche Flipper because of the omubedie emuni angwa na de bia me betra ameka no emuni angwa omubedi ntino ekojina Independent Square na Captain Smart afashina mienu akosoro. Normal friend Nkrumah can say they want a constitutional overthrow. They want a coup. That one was let go. Let me say a competition IGP. It was let go. After that, look at the series of people. Out to the point that fake so-called professors, who say lecturers are, doctors are, they are calling for coup. And me be say, me pato, did coup ever help anything in Ghana? And what is the government and the security agencies doing about these people now? Almost sorry, and a coup, and a coup, and a coup. No, Isn't it time we set an example with somebody to set as a deterrent for other people who want to do this treasonable offense? Mepacho, your take.
First of all, I think that as to say coup aboye you move you need be so we really didn't experience a coup in its form or shape from 69 back to 81. And I think 81 did not finish our bear for cry. So we never experienced, but yeah, history was cool. So we know the history of our coup. Now, question now besides say coup aboye, and it Bruni Becker a rhetorical question. Clearly, coup has never helped any country. Coup has never helped any country. In fact, the leaders themselves become more corrupt than even Omo Ambeyi or Mufio. And the examples are many. They just take onto themselves powers later because of fear and their identity. We don't want to go into that. But clearly, in specific relation to the Ghana situation, you realize that the longest serving leader in our country came through the powers of the gun. The late J.J. Rawlings. He ruled for 11 years, uncontested. There wasn't any parliament. There wasn't any opposition. Obia and Kabi. So the question you ask yourself, sir, within that 11 years, what was the state of the country? Were we able to develop? Today, the same people who are calling for fix the country are apologists and apparatchiks and sympathizers to the very people who overthrew a legitimate government, ruled for 11 years, and did absolutely nothing. So one, let me situate the conversation with Mami Fantuye.
Free.
In recent time, advocating for coup. No. They are sympathetic to NDC. It's a fact. Let nobody argue on that. Back or mark up one is one more. He's sympathetic to the NDC. It's a fact. Professor Atuguba, he's sympathetic to the NDC. That is also a fact. Osho the separatists now no more water region no near the they are sympathetic to the NDC. That's also a fact. So the very people are buying Papa Efri, so buying again for 1979 free so no. Okay. Experiencing whether a papa or a papa or no. Say yes, I'm bio. Now you buying free because of economic conditions. So the question is that the 11 years now JJD, what was Ghana's state of economy? What was Ghana's state of the economy when JJ was the leader, the military leader? Was Ghana better off? Was Ghana fixed? But today, the same people are saying, Obi Yusuf 4 years of democratic rule, where their opposition, obstructionists, okay, you want somebody to use the 4 years of a system where he can be opposed, he can be maligned. And let me give you 4 examples. When government decided the road toll levy beba, so that it becomes mandatory, you bet you have some toll levy be near you bet clear free. People said no, we won't agree. And no payment no can say Namin form currency accident see Ghana. And no pay 18 people. How much a bear? What I say? There have been many accidents because car SSC counting an accident in this year. Imagine if we have a road toll system where car SSC they will come and toll because we are paying levy. The opposition said no. Ghanaians said no. So that didn't happen. Now see, buying this idea said, your mineral resources, infrastructure, so let's go and securitize our mineral resources, get the needed money, come and improve on our economy of the country or these mining areas. The opposition said no. Ghanaians said no. And it didn't happen. But within the period that not a cool leader, this could have been done easily without any hindrance or opposition. But in the midst of all these free pass so you can know the hypocrisy in their attempt and in their quest and in their effort is for me clearly, and I know one thing for a fact. Their goal is to make sure that they balance government, they make government lose affection from the people, they make the government unpopular. And for me, they've achieved something so far. This government is unpopular. This government is not loved as we are supposed to. For example, he says, abaya waba wasi unni adwuma ye sabi enka me social contract with you even before you voted for me to power. But I'm saying that I will give you a job and give you a job experience for 3 years. I will give you a stipend of 700 cedis, even as a form of transportation. Now, this same government also, Oyesebi, Nitimode, now is so wicked that we haven't seen anything of this sort. Imagine when we had Doomso and businesses were losing money, $2 million every single day. The government then, John Dramani Mahama, did not put up any support plan whatsoever for any worker in Ghana, for any business in Ghana. But Nana Dudanko Ekufuado, COVID he was able to ensure, say, or better dedicate 750 million Ghana cedis to ensure, say, including even TV stations and radio stations, and now almost bastardizing this very same government.
Look at that.
I'm telling
Look
you,
at that.
the other day I was on TV3, and I challenged them, said they should tell me, say, I'm going to receive that stimulus package now about the core media, no? And they couldn't respond because I know for a fact.
Mr. Mayor, can answer. Mr. Mayor, breaking news. So what's it? Breaking news. Yenimisa buying or a little thing to support businesses. Me patron CNP. Who challenge TV3 for one platform to say. So what must say? What would just add the Nibia?
No, they couldn't. I will find the video and send it to you. So, Openi, they're making a copy this here.
Last question. The patron, last question. Now, what there was some mission account. Last question, they say, maybe I may call law school, but I mean, lawyers will be. The constitution of a country is the supreme law of every country. Every law is under the constitution. And I'm a
no correct.
Enti say Sam George, Mr. To me, Gina TV, new radio, and him. Their constitution is set a parliament up. The man who to your parliament, no. Or no number and yet parliamentary laws. Me patron ye and nada and a person did that NDC book up one. And I say, a to trust them kekenaba na kumem. I say a chase on Treswaba the white, Mr. My because according to Sam George, they are not going to allow any government business to go on because Supreme Court a ruling against them. Even though the same Supreme Court gave victory to Mahama 2013. As for that one, government business continued. And Kufuado, the government business won't continue. Yesterday too, just to blend with it, I read inside the constitution say, "What you be you? Say Konako see a 9 koye bibi na be general say penema government obstruct anything about government business. You twitch to akunya. Our constitution no. Enti de mi bisa ne say emrapon ye kese change the other laws are. Why is Babin being seen as the primo inter pares in Ghana now than even a Kufuado? Why? Why is the parliament being where the omo person omo ye no yam penema speak and go to yam penema way you say yam penema ban ye juma? Why are they being allowed to do that if there is ways to remove that?
Felix, the truth of the matter is the NDC doesn't believe in democracy.
Okay.
NDC as a political party doesn't believe in democracy. In fact, and indeed, say no pressure now you're mounting on JJ Rawlings. And can you ready say
power.
Power. So you realize this very constitution we have was tailored to make sure that he feels okay and he feels better. And I don't think that your mind executives know so much power. Okay. So again, that is why you still have the NDC, like I said, sympathizers, calling for an overthrow of the constitution. Again, let me reiterate the point that the NDC does not believe in democracy. That is not their style. Omo revolutionist. They don't believe in Kabi Mami Kabi. They think they are better human beings than anybody else. Omono and your mind so nobody should lead. Say oh na oh yeah ban we na say you are not better. You are a demon, you are wicked. It doesn't matter the social interventions that you roll out, they still feel that you are not better than them and that they are better than you, so they should come. In any case, all the 2 million bottom, that is why social democrats, they cannot boast of any social intervention of a national character and a nature. Because they have never been able. Felix, the NDC can never roll out any social intervention in a national character because that national character policy or program, it demands money. It demands using your wherewithal, your brains, to be able to manage the economy in such a way that you make money available for these interventions. And that is why they believe that free SHS is good, but they don't know how to finance free SHS. That is their problem. They know that NAPCO is good, but they know say when they come, how to finance NAPCO will be a challenge. They know say allowances to teachers and nurses are good, but they don't know how to finance it because someone who said they better see a more in this budgetary constraint, in this challenging moment. How do we do this? How do we do that to be able to get money to do this A, B, or C? You can give them 1,000 years. The NDC as a political party can never successfully manage the economy of Ghana. The propaganda, emotional, sensationalism, and passion, and hey, you go to boy, yeah, to boy. That is their nature, and that's who they have been. So for me, once we have the constitution, and once we have democracy running, at the end of the day, it will go to the Supreme Court. They will make a decision. Sebi, your doors and you're gonna phone and that is why anytime we go for elections after JJ, and the MPP doesn't come below 49%, it means that MPP4 are always, and not just MPP4, but those who think alike like MPP, those who sympathize with MPP's policies and program, are many than the MPP.
Yeah.
So, we are in challenging moments. And I say this with a lot of respect and with a lot of humility. Say, and you more than about way edutum. Ebia, and you may be a horse ye yentimian ye nipa, and from ewa home. And my mom far sadia nunti, and ya a ban way, and I MPP a ban be a person baby a buffo. And I say, a man or damn woman, and my name tinko. Ya. Isn't say nipa obi odo na ye wa dia eye wo ya enam se mo do ye nti ena mo kasa se de mo kasa yi enam se mo wo gidie wo ye mu se ye betimi aye ade ye nti no ena nyoma nko yi a mo kasa e wo ya so ene ya no ya wo kwan so minim pefe se no nkire se bi mapo ye ana mato ya kone mo pese ye ni ye mo pese ye ade papa eno nti na mo bu afusa yeso ye besle mo se mo benya ye ho abotre ene ye ho mere. Esan say ye won hihye and ye want to ya a bit me a Ghana ye pija ye free ya won him the yesterday one say mo be koswa enya ye ho abotre na manu nsu atwe ope esan say na nadu danko akufuado said ye menim no enye ono botom ana ono ye young tina opeso be ye mampani na emu no Ghana fo nyina so obehwe before 2020 covid be ya no man no ka baby a ye konanke ye pa enti mesremo munya abotre eba abubunfu de na emu nkoso nya ye ho abotre na mo support ye monta ye chi na mota ye chi a na ebetimi aye na de bia no na ekoye se edidi atam no nko a eni kasentwini nko a no a ehe na yeso ye nipa ne ye bamu ye bukakra se a de aduru de ye ya ko position anesa enti ahokeka ne ahopere ne mojahwe no se de ye adwuma no na me akote ada kakra yesremo mombo ye montwe aso de ni mo me montu ye nkone montwe aso mama montu ye nkone enti Felix meda wasenya akonya odi ama me na makoso ahye I'll make myself available to you anytime any day so we here bibia wadarum.
Thank you. And
Medema
first and foremost, and therefore, more motion. Kasa, sorry, Kasa.
My boss, Stephen Intim, MPP chairman, hopeful 2022.
Ono ana eko Stephen Tim ana eko. Ene de ye wie dada. Kenya ka ho asema wie Stephen Tim. Nobody else. Ye wie.
Intimidate ya now.
Stephen Tim ana eko. Say who be before so kapa no na nkofo hu so he is the right choice. Stephen Tim is the right choice. Baby,
Felix. Hello.
Mitio. Yeah, Koso.
Debia omano any MPP amanuku abedru no. Ye be hia eye chairman bia. Obeye adwuma no as a party chairman. Yes, obeye adwuma no nko anemu na brabo a wabo ewo party ni mana amanyosem no e de di pefe say party no eda na koma so party ni kan ko eda. For almost 20 years, this man has dedicated himself and has availed himself to the service of the New Patriotic Party and nothing else. And I believe strongly, say, it's not just about the fact, say, occur oba. It's not about the timing or the time or the period, but it's about the fact, say, at this present moment, what is required of the rank and file of the party is dedication, sacrifice, and commitment. And he's a symbol, an epitome of that, because no aside to me but ever some party as I didn't hold back me back some party now say a more thing say you should still make yourself available to the party so that at the end of the day we will win again, because when we continue to win and then you a bio ye pet penia sebi obetimi di afenu se mintimi wansi bi eba obetimi akon maboma the gidi mapaye se eye penino obetimi ayesa. Now going into 2024 elections no ye hear obi obeye adwuma ama party no obetu no ho ache ama party no oni party mano ebe kan bom no ma ye adwuma den. And I believe strongly say Stephen Intim eye papa bia se party etu ahene ne esi ahene fo no ema na akonya na Ebeboa party no 2024 general elections no. Any breaking the 8 now. Yes, when I see a person here no. Ebetimi abem. Me that's it.
Na oni bibi. Ami out. The man I like that man and then they say my uncle is the former MP NPP MP for Kedi constituency. I say can be about Mr. Stephen Tincham say or say the experience in the party and the number of faces are on your dealing in the party no makes him the qualified, because on almost every set BI when people move BI a day. He has the experience, the tenacity, and also the understanding of the party customs and traditions. And I think that they say, baby, I do not say the such a person is what we need to mobilize and unite. Not almost my bemo boo almost person the MPP afro were to be assemble on in our day, and the woman in our intimate out. That was it. Yankupon shout, one share platform me, Sebi Isha, name Mutumi Yeding, a buyer now only a bidding kita. Metia for was soon in our saying, I mean, shroud, Ubia see a dawase, say Winyana, Tabra, anytime Ubia, your Befro Biano, your Pachomana Tintia, or political zone, and Yankupon shroud. Nontin and Munchro. Not any bonny be a beba ye fra. As so bonny a better was them ye see. And no bonny a better was and bonny a you and where you are near everywhere. So, yes, she saw a no a sign cartoon. Oh, yes, sure, I'm a share didn't. Yameno Wantina. Yeah. Okay. And therefore, I feel now, your guest here, you didn't buy and the Moamunim and 70p. Wet me abechiriche match Mr. Mayao. Nyankopon enkoswa in shroud. I hope say wa wutie ye when ya asem no mu pomasibre anase no kra wom. Ena nanka me de niam bi bigua. Ena nansa. Endra. Me wie show na me wa adwuma. Me wa adwuma mu a onua. Me nkwohwa madam for raskutuka. Or forward the idea be a brand. Aden and I mean, I forward the Mimbiano, cause me in the way of here. Bibi obehu no social media bia so far as say negative against just a we MPP no or the beba be kire. Me wa na Rasco to ka ba ya wo de ade na kire me. Now what do I say to this? Could you upon Chroma say, we are going to review SHS and we are going to cancel the end. Then I'm say, Uni BB, I'm not going to comment about this, but I will comment about it when I come on live. So Raskotoka, if you are watching, you got your answer. You see why I don't take you serious and I always blast you when you come in my inbox. Because Obia Sebi, Ebianka, Obenya Nyansa, the Esuadi and Raskotoka, why your whole puppet? You can't puppet, you are winning. Diodium. Dr. Rens ma se kotie dia Felix kan na America no aba. Na aba. Me so do nim say me ma bullet to otia na so na be ne ya. So dia say no aba. Wo wa na we asoma go and ask him this. Now akwaje. Ka kire wo Dr. Ren face the country. Freedom fighters for na wudi omachi na NDC for ne say if they need me to be their teacher to decode the laws, the constitutions and also how government is done, they shouldn't be shy. Raskotoka, if your people no more smile, no, so almost smile bar. Catch you almost say, you people shouldn't be shy. Felix is a very nice guy. He will teach you. Don't come and try to come and do their job for them. And I often said, I don't know, said Dr. Ren Modi Flibana. Come na my na show. So I said, because I told you, say, for you, men block you, men yell should use this because I've come to know, say, me say Raskotoka, and I'm again say to me, boom. Me change and move said, my chaff. Yeah. So tell your leaders, no, Dr. Ren, no say. Felix Apia said, or no Dr. Ren, they say, Kufado, Amemo, Yana, Mahama, Diana, or 10 one-on-one debate, Omra. Yeah, from an I told them. Hey, me betna, now me show evidence. Freestyle country for the Jinawa, no way, the attempt, who cast on bad, debate, Yanu. Me can so what the any crown here. But this answer, William said, the Awo and a yetro. Na yet you are moka. Dr. Ren, you are being paid. Sadly. Hey, boys here to Mugu ni na. Oh, why? I did end this for anything say. You both saw social media. When you nipa be 100 BHL, they see I know my send you message. We want you to work for us. We want you to work for us. Because they have nothing. Ghana for. I always tell you, say they have nothing. Nankabu Ghana ni awosha minde. Sanka ya beye abutreje mukakra na di omu kano. Ya tasene besepani koni haba ya mesinka NDC mapa we bio da. Because I then obi kachira will say 87% of your road network wa yewi. Na Akufo-Addo ebedi ade 2017. Na NDC na we free say until say you be reading next budget no. The budget you want the NDC for budget. And the system you want NDC for system any dey aduma. If you tell me you are an NDC person or you are a Ghanaian, however, you are against free education, something we cried for. Bibia ye soon, ye chow bad because when you school fees. Nanya nkopon adawrom and the obiaba. O say ya hu kire yan yo, na mbom sa niama we de mema nako. Na na me sa me ya ba ye no o kire ade bi mu ma meti ase yi. Corona ba ya toto ni amemu no. Some say borders too. Membra na me kire mu a kire madam for girl bi wo. You know oye NDC ne the sweet girl cookie. Na me ne di nkomo na me ka kire ne say Akufo-Addo has done better. Or see you Akufo-Addo has failed some of us. So some of us we even though we are NDC we trusted in him and what the other. Na me say tie. Dia Akufo-Addo ye no montia sientia. You know why? Because Ghana politics has been spoon feeding. Mema ben to ama de akosa. Mema ogelo lo nkam yenu koto abama me. Mema handkerchief de ede akobon so a. Mema we eno ne ede to abenti no. So obi ya de ye systemic esisa Ghanaians are not able to tap into it. Because me economic freedom fighter. Na se me GDP say no na me pa. In 2020 our GDP growth was 0.4. Now and that me no can say GDP now expanded to 5.6. Now so can tell me say still nothing has been fixed and then to be the Akufo-Addo attempt why you a fool. I don't have to engage you. If somebody understanding why sometimes I get angry with them because I don't know buy and fight. obi abepeja ko 10 wo si di opeja ko 10 ni mo nya de sebi enye yare Chairman Drew minim so betumi de link na send ni am say honorable host in person joining then this so betumi de link na send mo political zone na yi your number back no so a na metumi send the amount honorable host you understand o person mpuntu okoso wotuwe sebi na oko school a ye twa wa ba and obi aba osisika na ye wo every oil every one ho no yemfentua Ghana babulu bia school fees no obi anka se sika amenya nti na manko school yeah sika amenya nti na manko said ye be ya won kasa no Akufo-Addo say yemfa sika we emfa show bi school we ya food soldier on say emoni ango a wenya nti we say Akufo-Addo nya hwe but unu anu mienu won apko o ofa owie school 2012 watena fie saa akopim say Akufo-Addo ba yo de napko ba yo no nya biko share o say onye hwe ena yama ye ho kwan ena office ye say ye hold omo mo accountable ye jayom ena omo sorry a omo dani omo ni de hwe president ena de bia bibi e disi president yo I hope say we have covered what we supposed to cover. But now let's get into the main thing. Chairman Drew, me the video be my own. Now, let's get into it. Pa Junior, who aha me chiao me te on catch me ni abema. Unu rasko to kan bibi woni trim. Obetu abo upon chroma de no. Why?
Hi, my name is Kojo Oponkroma, Minister responsible for information. It's true, over the last weekend, the executive branch of government, led by the president and his ministers, had a cabinet retreat. It's a regular retreat, one done every quarter. But this retreat had the opportunity to look at some of the emerging economic difficulties globally and how they are affecting Ghana. And the president has made a number of decisions. One, he's made a decision on the borders, when to open the borders, the residual preventive systems to put in place at the borders to ensure that while the borders are opened, we still don't have infections crossing over from our borders into the Ghanaian jurisdiction. And again, while the borders are open, we're able to protect our populations from the risks of insecurity from the northern frontiers. Two, the president has also taken some very bold decisions on the currency. And the currency, as you know, is managed first by the central bank, but the broader economic managers also have a role to play. So the central bank today, Monday, after its monetary policy committee meetings, which had even taken place before the cabinet retreat, will announce its measures on what it plans to do on smoothing currency transactions and reducing pressure on the cedi. But later in the week, the finance minister will also give an update on what central government is doing to shore up the currency. This is all part of short-term measures, even as we work towards the medium and long-term measures aimed at boosting the strength of the Ghanaian cedi. Another thing that the president confronted and dealt with was the fiscal situation, revenue, expenditure, debt management in between. And the president is taking some far-reaching measures and giving some clear instructions. Instructions essentially that will ensure that we stay on the budget deficit target for the year and stay on the deficit path for the next 2-3 years and ensure that the fundamentals are kept firmly in place. The finance minister is engaging with various stakeholders in the economy and who announced to the country sometime this week the details of those fiscal measures. But you can be rest assured that the president has given clear directives on what he will not compromise on. And the kind of measures that will be taken will cut from the very top right down to the bottom. And all of us hopefully can get to play a part in it.
Okay, chairman, me pacho so Mike why now we need to maybe. By Junior, Rasko to go page this one and me who know our ha. Okay, Rasko to ka and then ma warning. Say wouldn't nim. Now we can find some phone be outside the sending me because I why a board. Minimum sound. But the own no now bo. Not a way a board there. A young phone could have some many box. Me catch it on there. Who dear? Kokachira wo doctor ran ne say so wo ye bema o ka no kra kwasi apia ti ni page su bubom se kwasi e brade ye ndi beti na ba ka ne ama ye kire se ma ama ye nti a wo sori a wodi Akufo-Addo atem no be ka kire ye Otoka, if your Timo media don't to me my head you on the wedding card condemn on who I try and say I don't know a form one pack into no what NDC mono. Raskotoka, I told you I will not respond, but I will respond to you today. And I'm a boy. Who's our buy and I told you say me out. Because I knew said the Aoko any conjecture now they are between and one affair. I want to ask my brother Raskotoka something today. Say Ghana call IMF. Edian will be gain because this guy is so obsessed. Say, and you say Ghana call IMF by all means. IMF one payen cry yambra. Just say anytime you talk about this guy, the only thing he talks about IMF. Raskotoka, what do you gain should Ghana go to IMF? And this moko on yamamu you got to know me. And I say just said Jimmy no. The fact is say yeah NDC for yeah Timian Jesse yeah the anchor IMF. Enti Mosomon call IMF said the beya Ghana for Beka say 1-1 draw. NDC call ye MPP call ye. It is Adia Monto Abama NDC. There be because yeah the IMF no crack to wa a Juma and another dan kwani Dr. Baomi no edu term yeah the president government no from Rollins ni year Tamiris ni Muhammad ni abomwa a Juma Kufuado nko abeye no montumi compare the Kufuado abeto aso eba na kwanya ye ya kwanchi mu mienu ni na together and enu so woni Raskotoka your NDC wicked party put into the green book say Tepa Hospital yaye that's not Tepa Hospital Foundation for your boy and not Tepa Hospital nyame adawroma unlike Obia Obeto Kufuor project ya 1 year na ka wura mu ebo aban ne ka no Kufuor do o sika no onkodi ni nanumo sabe onfa nkoya mape what the beye adwuma aboa Ghana enu nti adwuma bia ma amedida ne bia wato aso airport terminal 3 ye bi Ghana wabeto aso abie ma ye adwuma University of Ghana Medical Center oba ye wabeto aso ma ne ye adwuma what district hospital wabeto aso ma ne ye adwuma everything Greater Accra a regional hospital mo ye just the emergency ward right now go and look at the work that has been done extensively. This your obsessivism say we have to go to IMF as a Raskotoka say minim say Ghana call IMF and only bibi meaning di commercial na me man agene kakra na me bisa say why do you want Ghana to go to IMF? Onya bibi anka nkyere ni o na say you people said we went to IMF. Oh NDC etimo de tentanla ya pese boka mule dombule ambule jimi kohun ye de ya bodamu o ye de efia de party we de na ya gini nya adwuma o party we de jimi fonko etimo sabe that slogan no eya mo de feri o NDC for the amoye no feri ye na wo bi sorry a o se me ko ayi demonstration ni ama na placard ya choro so ama no ya gina no bema ade egu placard bi so kire sen e-levy or den e-levy ta na enframa wo ni musa what den e-levy sa na enframa asabe ye wo mu ni na asan na wo da so to wo say sa party we na afa na mo kura ne mabunu no sabe say ni wi na ye bia ne Ghana no enye papa bokan ko ne ye bia ne Ghana wa na mo be kan kire ye Ghana for boys no sabi say no we are bia no ho enya papa bio o kan kwa na bia say so li ni ho bio because mo think ni bi anu ehye wo brother we university ko hu ma say papa na wi obi certificate nie o so wo de na certificate echu empo me ntumi mfa wa adwuma ampa wa mfa na adwuma na wo aban bia ba wa fa wo brother pani a wo tena ho be 5 years aba napko wo young one so wo wie nanse ya no so selection ya farm house wo napko abusia ba ko nipa mienu na egu napko mu amudi wo se dia wono wo ko ya wentumi ama wo bibia ni na se Dr. Ren wo nyansa na se face the country for the freedom fighters ni nyansa wo mutiri mu a anka na le graduate unemployed association for gu ho na nka Mr. Mahama betumi aka say all the graduates let me help you 50,000 of you every morning when you wake up, sweep your neighborhood. We will give you 100 Ghana cedis. And okra went me. And so you're complaining, Ghana the fee, Ghana the fee, Ghana fee, Ghana bong, Ghana tankai. But you got to know one idea. How many answering? You got to know one idea. Ya watching, you got to know who fin no one idea. So you got to know, and the crown, or the one, or sign the top of all them. What you want him? So as I was saying, only by any way, what the political bag in it to her. What so is the bag you crowd? Cabbage media ship. Who do Fianca out there to garbage? What you know, a ya cake, a woo. Now, the young buffon is that one will be so our farm through a form, ever do a brochure. Now, one was so sorry, I casta. One more said what you want, and you will cause our band watching queen. Want to me for Nancy German speech so savvy. Could it be Anton Cribia? When I'm saying up one thing test or obeying Milano. Yea, I got a new. Or go to buy or did you buy from Milano? What? Or what China? How could you won't pay? Or call one who was the one company and he China made in area and no the Canoaba. Taking over for one in time no about. Or did Milano? Well, a Christonio, by a say take you back at a witty. If I say what did you take a co in the sick could go? Or qua, not the Maya fear gunity because they saw back at a witty. You, I feel bugger could do Ghana, but how dear. Bugger bedu, one crow now will be any ye, or man ye say, be yo, or man ye say, ring ye yo. I want why. Now, and a hand, not your 2 and 9 near Yankro, or 210 or 202, that turn the dead. Guess you're holding over Tonyum, because you have better come at your home. And you moon seminar, la pada. And you moon seminar, la pada adentia. Oh, some of you we have to end this. Oh, yeah, the MPP 1 year. Oh, now, men an MPP chairman. MPP say, not the MPP Jimia was the question come on to mob or damn papa. Babu Bomasum. Yet the no credible to your more, some catch them. You bet you to your more copy say that old archaic way of thinking about politics never. Because the same old way in normal fire, we are a journalist. When I was CSA, we a journalist, you need the freedom to work. Raskotoka, during Rollins' time, most of these your boys would have been killed by now. All those boys talking shit, talking crazy things about Nana Kufuor. Are you aware? Your government was so intolerant that when people even sold sardine, he killed them for selling sardine. That is how intolerant your government was. And still is. Utie Raskotoka, your NDC, your PC, Tintala, Kwashiakwe, because your party, no Bagawaya, Jimmy Party, no. They were the first people we gave Ghana to. And now, Mr. You have him 11 years rolling. And the other man, John Bombonsko, Daliga, sixth form economist, Airbus corrupt official one. Everything is everything. So far as Amenya Kakrata friend, yes, a Ghana playing best share and shit. Mahama. I'm a born abysmal. I feel about me until the baby, I said, or no, your vice president. Just say, yeah, Suso Nanadu, Nanadu was a me tonko. I don't know what that cry, Nana. Nanadu. One team case was here, Jumano, and Woye. Utie. Raskotoka, Nana Kufuor said, only a year Ghana for the social contract. And yes, I'm noise, no. Once I was very page, so. Now, why would to a bear and tinker? Now, Kupua Dumo, now we are Bema. Now, what to one of my uncle Bema said the move for Bema will go Brazil. Every general down said, can I go to flex, bra? Can I go to Felix? And Felix said, then, Felix said, then. Catcher Dr. Ren said, the real Rihanna Honchamin. One Cassandra face me, so why a Bema and Ukraine anymore? One may face me. Now, go in our one. A plus is already a death case. Abraham, they say, me boy, Yansana, me expose you, say, you same obey, you know. Matthias, yes, was starting can. That's yes, Matthias, yes, Abraham, no. They said, you are a number 9, no, and back a Kufuor education, and one because sankanya sank onim kwan anko betumi do omo ayede obi omo akọ school enti ana bi Abraham say Akufo-Addo ayade na onyan kan wie yo obeka Akufo-Addo nsampa na akopim da obewu because Akufo-Addo no onye nhwe e no tu na ni si ni so because yes Mahama bema musika afeni ekoje first one dija odi a e na mafre katechi omo mpa e na mafre katechi free fa no no position and name mucha first day omukoye sa ade ne day na sebe ni turu mu ate no e na me ka kire mo say this boy and yes they face the country for can only omo ya adwene o debi he is an opportunist we who ni say Ghana mbebunu ni bi adwene wo fom ntino omo taking it serious entino on should create no who say oni omo ni na ya adwene na o may say oh because be kaya na Akufo-Addo answer no be president no one of the things I dey kai no eyekumi preko demonstration no enti kateche free fan so pese onu so ni din ka Ghana history ho the reason why I departed from ever calling him intelligent because me first na nkrofo friend oh boy and your friend of kateche free fan so oya ade pra MPP ni but when he made that decision said your no ni din baba history mu say brebi group bi ba ya from face the country na kateche bi ya friend na free fa ka ho no enu nti Ghana ense yenye constitutional overthrow you will no longer become intelligent to me because as a smart person you know say coup d'etat never helped any country uprising never helped any country na secretary free for donyame no do no ho no do my Ghana why do you go to the ghetto to go and incite people somebody you know doesn't have a certificate on co school do baby wo be encouraging say school no po na wo pese wo nkwa and na yes TVET president Akufo-Addo woni would Mahmoud Bawumia oh doctor as for you doctor I will work for you to the day I die what keep being calm and work for Nana Akufo-Addo keep working because minti Ghana for ni bi ase say dia Dr. Bawumia ya no say ebi o mani so say ebi si da o onti ase when you think about it you cannot just understand. You have Katechi Frifa spearheading. Hey, let me be constitutional overthrow. Doesn't help nobody. Didn't help nobody. Or say or you're this year or Ghana or June Ghana. Now, Omoka say be corruption. Now, next say Katechi Frifa say or a smart guy. Maybe I'm in go school no baby. But maybe sana they no also go school do baby say. Mr. No. How do you stop corruption? Or how do you prevent corruption? And can anyone prevent corruption or stop corruption? Yes, they are preventive measures. However, it is not absolute. Why? More claim say smart no. Intina Dr. Bawumia di bibia your friend digitization ayete aba. Na in the Malaysia Parliament we discussion no. And I'm say something Tiba no sam papa na nanim say due ba no. One say NDC for no MPD. Sagleme the okodi ye no ne se ene nanim say edue nsem. But sorry no be no obeka digitization asa na me se mo ankasa no mo mfere ade o. NDC is a party that has no shame. And then they are digitization asem. The same digitization you are brutalizing the vice president for. The same digitization or the corruption so because Sabi obi be we are there, obi we are there. But some would the near maybe go on to me we are and no what prevention is always better than cure. Now Katechi Frifa say we name the tenacity of Dr. Bawumia. Or see TVET. What ra no waiting. Brofono want it. Would way your mouth Marcia? Which our cost ye 0/10. Not just as I don't know why I dear pen on your calculation need answer and wrong. The Unyan. Okay. Now Ubiaba or say what would team I want to mean call university near the end convocational school technical vocation and also I buy some any free. A good father said about me, I couldn't call lunch, mom. I said, Papa, you matic, and I'm a lunchy. We are Ghana Bebunu. What the own pet, what the other carpenter, and a person. Yes, a technical vocation. Free. Ghana for. Kufuor be basic education free MPP aban. Kufuor abeye free SHS in the first year. The second term oba or the guarantee free student loan aba. Waye TVET. Wa restore nurses and teachers training allowance. Wa restore university utility allowances. All these things are not a boa. My yenya adopt a for teacher for soldier for at the end. He's bringing all these things back. Kateche free facet David. Adentia. Because of person call you radio XYZ. Adentia. I heard you be to me a Canadian the way you pay. I also know call because of insubordination. Ujani free on. You are not smart, Kateche Frifa. You are not smart. You are a chaff, Money now, Ghana na aye fool, when you mama politics na motu yebi. Sorry, I want to know about this matter. Nyansa new trim. Kateche, Nyansa new trim because Anke Nyansa will trim one Kateche obe say. Mahama na wakwachi ni husika. No nti wubu Akufo-Addo animtia no. Oka kire Ghana for say. Onu obey free education. Nembom obesi ye school dining na wi answer. Okateche o papa kromfo Mahama no osi ahe. Dia onu di obewie scam ma na Akufo-Addo di owie scam ma na okra no sa okra no o be sa sort out. E na oba wu jimi sa no. That boy so me say start book mpie ko. Kateche Frifa, wo se den? Akufo-Addo ba wo nya ahwe sa na wo kra no sa na mo de mo ntwen one day one day me say da pama. Checks ni ade aye de mema me mo no. Ya supposed to be. No bia o say nya ntro na yedi. Na me these days me pass em bia ntina nkofo di ni ade no. I'm trying to blockade and stuff. Kia the nkofo document be to ton mo say, "Ya be try ka cham say the country for ya mo muska didi." Ya say da suma yen. Who can Kateche Frifa brabe jina na ka tram say Akufo-Addo winning power. Ya ma 100 cedi krada. Come and tell us. Position I want power ya say wo branson ye ochie power no chi from ya say wo branson ye ti pe be bitra osuweda pasia na wa aduma samia ukube ye wo betumi aye Kateche Frifa aduma na nabi be ye wo betumi aye jimifo wo abebetra na semkunu na asia kwa radio host kura we ntumi anye o say ya ma board ya ma communication minister pasia upon kuruma aduma obon wo jiro reading kura wo read do you understand? You read IMF statement and twist it and don't even speak what it's talking about. And you are talking about what? Yenya ona beden. Wa buentori wa papa. Na muni na sumonfie na adwa mo kram yenya da brenti no. Ejimifo bi te se mo no. Mo so camera nkofo betena ho he. Na nka Ghana port ase ade ne besipa ni konia me senka mu bi mo kwa bonti anka mo ne ebebo mo. Wo baba shop ne kalomo na wo ton no. E de ne watumi di aye. Chimigo na sorry a na Akufo-Addo ye kasia Akufo-Addo ejimi empenifo na ejimi wo sorry a wo ti America ho no wo koye ni lala sulala ni ya mema no $1 na e de na ode ye enya abrofo ma na ode fa wo ti bi ko no ani krom wo no ani kro ofiri so wo ti bi kom say ekuo ayi o man to a ye gege no me wo abrotire fu o ayi to a o mo je no ho chirijo na to tua bi wo nya wo di to phones ne mpaboa empaboa no so won say ni taste na last me nkwohwe ne ne ase a dumbo kumbari bi ehye no na young boy te say wo enambre mu hye dumbo kumbari ende wo hye dog mouth na Ghana ni papa 47 years ago na say kinijo na say hero wo ya bua nyansa ni utrim nyansa ho papa no mo de wo no waton na nka akola ase be say bro ya yom ka ne say brodie wo te brodie kakra e de nsombo mu a utumi di twi wo se kama ema ne po watena kwa yemu ama ne siri na yedomo be abrochire so obesi anum confidence de sim cause ye free obesi anum kwa ahwe we this is your hero Ghana we your hero moya dia ma ne ya pa o Ghana for especially educated ones na wo mu no moya dia ma ne ya papa chama ndu so afa tu obi na me hwa de ke akokwo ahwe mpabu egu na ase we na we have so camera eti nanim na wo didi wo man atem or say wo man train investors na wo say enye wa ban na opa we ntie say na Ghana na say MPP fo nkwa ho na e kire mo ana we lawyer o dia o fi say me bo ahwe ni shoe no dumbo kumbari e na egu ni na ase no dumbo kumbari we no anytime bi a wonam bia na say what that star afọ kakra shogoto because the one hwe ni here e be paya hyew sa mpabo awe no sa na efre no dumbo kumbari aha zoom no mu hu say no na meka no we say no de na mo a na wafọ eyi entomago kakra ana dasta ofọ kakra de shogoto because on nanti bia na opepa ho cause anya sa na say wia no boso kakra openi to kakra sha oni asa na pa ni na tete wati eburochire no no mo ba say glass nko e kata ni say ya won tompa buapa enkrofo Jordan ya ba yi won hye bi ni enhwe why won no asie say wo sika wo say oye iPhone 18 ni 100 sometimes mama Ghana nimdie ni nyansa enkrofo di buyen no omu hu ya stop it na we yetumi akonya we smoke about could be also said dreadlocks guy you said there ebegina ho no no so dia kufu adu atem he said obi yet make him wa betina brochire over 80 years or 35 years nie we chi taxi why your factory why what want to brodo ni na wo New York ho anton hwe chini donas mo na ebe bie wani chini donas na ba be ma hu say be Ghana ye fuo na mpa wo so agye di say Ghana ye fuo na je pema sebe ema omutumi kabi mani kodomu a mo se mari buadu o bisa ne se na constitution o read the first stanza no kran trem nti ono an nkrofo kra o ntimi wa be ka John Mahama no wa ka me wa be ka John Mahama no e community mari buadu ba nya mo wa ba ifo bi ade e time no pe nti o de we ya na ho nya mo wa mari buadu utie wo no be ye na nyefe so I just say, as for this year, anybody who touched your mama, you have touched me. I tell you, if you touch my mama, hey, a kufa do of us, and I can for that about. Also, they say, who go anymore? I say, what will be a home? The brother Sean Wong, Serena, on my best will be the Sean of my Marie. O pese wo frɛ abusuam yɛ se wo mfiri mu nti saa de a de anya no kure ni na abeka Mari wo mahama na wo gyina o sɛ obi tache na watache no he is the most shallow wickedest low performance president ever in Ghana just like yourself shallow headed woman shallow ajunu no ada you move by headlines yes abena kokko ni obi akoda abena kokko me se yem panifuo no e na omudi ye sika e fa abena kokko asia na jiska na ko ere a on fa mefa o ledi panke ere a anke ska na me yem fa fa abena kokko yem fa mefa roller pu ji say ye shift answer shift to cultivation answer na ne amemu ada ho pu eni anka me kura anka me kwa kodwa ni abena kokko list no won fa me nka ho Fiscal baba Mary ho de enko ade anka enko abena kokko ho. Just say news ye nyansa nim and if yes as nigga say o mama ni 50 Ghana. Ghana for somewhere. Ye catch rem say MPP aban no omo ye wiki. Won so man ka some crop poka. Oh Mary, e ya authentic content. E ya mon ye effective fact analysis. Mon ye analysis a ye ka say mon fa ho fact mbra abu betumi. Na maya na mabawu nkurasefo nkola bi so alata nkura bi yese ba ko de ofiamo rutu wan amaba o se ayi rutu mama ba na ono so sori a waye nanim se be akola wu nyire ye na by force adwenebone e we otirimi to wa ba aberewa o sori a wa twe ono so ofiamo na ekufu ado na ba omia na ekufu ado ya so fa abo e be kire so waka da mu antumi afa na ma ekufu ado ni we ya wudidi o matem no yesi ofiamo mfa ne boy Peter keko de ma mfa ne nimu ba fan the picture keke yan twa na radio ekura no eno kura wo se da bi akote ena wakọ join yi backing vocalist I look London se Freeman se wa no si gina na se na ade ne de na ne kokuru sa Jimmy musue nyansa the Mahama you are fighting for is the reason why we are going through this Ekufuado eba ye no nanka Mahama ni IMF so ye adwuma nsa na we ye fi IMF Ekufuado ba ye no nanka Mahama ni school danya o ka se we si no o de dada ye group mu agree book mu se we si no nanka we si a anka free education ba ye nya double tracking nka free education ba ye nya double tracking say the squad ne de papa bia nim ye nya mumu ba ko kura ye nka say yes ba ko so de wo mego ono so ba yo se constitution over to ku eso nkofo so ye why say nkofo no mo ka say na o Awurade Nyankopon Ghana. Are you kidding me? I'm an economic freedom fighter, yet I hate the one who despite COVID growing at 0.4% has been able to grow now 5.6. Looking so by the end of the year, no, now your 2 year grow somewhere around 8.6. That is what the World Bank said. That is what the people who does it said. What at all is going on with you people? Ghana for what at all is going on with you people? Now, Motina Hona Sebi and Kola ye nim what a membu is. Ye mbu minder. I fed you mono mabe nyansa for her. Adentia, cause odidi a kufuadu atem. Ompe kufuadu asem. Odidi baumi atem. Ompe baumi asem. MPP are buying a wasso. Say we are omedi free education aba university we aba omedi nyoma aba no say ya mfa mule amana ya mfa ku ama ya ma ba mu ntimi enko yeku. The way ya kufuadu ni ne ba wo bia wo mo begu president ya ba ni na except kufuo say the way we begu ya ni mu ase no say ya mpa katachi amem ampe sebe raskotokanum Dr. Ekomo de Meren Marie Beifo Buedu Kevin Jimmy Taylor ene na asefo no ntwamu ani ni na no say ya mfa mo am 10 Ghana 20 Ghana ya mo credit kakra ammo ma mejime mo wi afi say brebi ya kakra ka bi no mo friend say ya no so anu si obi no send e on dem decide cry say me man a chance oh fuck man sorry mo fa chem fonchi e dey no one kan fa kufu adon ye be kun said ya ye kun wo papa because obi afrena kasa asem na kire ni akokwa ya ba ma na kakra ta frinti no makofa na funche wo sorry adanyame ase because area na wo Arab ho no o mampani bi na wo kan no asem saa anka wa ye kun ba won say we didi akufu ado atem wa chitio ni na on so na so na Ghana ya anya ohwe enso mo sorry am say akufu ado etata nipa okotata wan eto di funchi you start on your platform with the akufu mo amudi na tem including some corner na wa nim say we sabi ne papa ko to de no GY na na nimu ti say so de ya me say na nimu ti GY no na o share young boy na kra na nimu say suru wi say ya na o compare ne papa na o say yes na ne papa na de kontompi ankasa because I share G1 no ankasa na nim na o share be ma se bi egu na num ni tinwi ni na ni bi ekura no na wonu mo didi akufu ado atem say akufu ado ya kotro akufu ado ye chimpanzee akufu ado ye say ya na me hwe sa me se na wo kura wo mra ntibom ni na wo papa and yes I have been on happy move but they all came insulting this man and Mr. Mekon eto di funchi oni Ghana eto di funchi uko Ghana ekufu ado asoma police force omumra mechiwa na anaso obi abehuru na MPP for BB, you walk there freely despite everything you say. And you guys still want to tarnish the image of a papa waba. Or Simuhu Yamudiamo Yenemente, ye hear me and say Ghana Becoso. Mosemompe, Adia, Uncle Yeska Mamma Chema Party. Me say me here, come pe day, our chairman do. Come pe one day, some boys when guess when Baku Bayan no mistakes, so me never call 1-on-1. Nanka we host ya mayen na ye pia fa fact be me die nie ogba na akọ check me so me gba na akọ check ogba na ya check o so gba na akọ check sa ye wi a na afa ye hu se wudi tura na afa na ba onim say me so de minya de no kore no bo sa wi na me hu sa afa me bubu a afa na didi atem ne ba eno no me didi atem a ma na ka gbowre ti eno no da mpamu a anajo no da ho no boy we na no ye wo ti ma tem papa obesu nyansa obedwene I will cause you to think. Because the foolery is too much. The foolery is too much. And because of how we conduct ourselves, and Emma Obi to say Marie Bergen say in politics. Because we are not ready to equip ourselves. That is why Kevin Taylor can come and tell you say 52 million they are in the Ghana commercial bank. Yet he walks back from dollars to now cedis, which is still not true. Hey, apart from Ekufado, you're foolish. Ekufado, you say, what do Dr. Ren really say? That Ben wants Ekufado, Dr. Ren, the policy we have say free education, say na, and Kamedie, and Kamahama one, I say me and Kamedi say. Me pay this, so sometimes, don't I give an alternative? Eh? As a matter of fact, standing orders, maybe I'll find something for you. Many a friend in Ghana, because yeah, Jenny, say, ye per se ye comma sebe ye so ye call kabima min kabino ye de eco parliament we see apia me so me make suggestions ni bi o ye make anyame utie aha me make suggestions ni bi na me hu e wo he o aka me bubo obi so wa ha kire mo ka me sheda e bubo obi so e wa ha e de kire mo ye proposal a ye de come parliament of Ghana from Ghana Nkoswunti, Kamebubo obi kire mo ha. Me betena ha, me ma solution I teach and I give you the fact. Da ben won say NDC ni pundit bi abegina wa okura paper. All listen amada. No. O mu kotungu. And o MPP for the enye sesi a omo nya mbeka so mbeka sakra na ade ne dia propaganda wi ampa so. Because ya abo abia asama we didi ament no ntumi nkasa. But baby na wa ye ne spell say apotraye hu no to. No, they born and Ekufado wicked. And then you ma pa ye ni na why not just say oh man dead. Now, Chairman Drew, let's talk about MPs no. Now me find end about 130 and I say 140. About 119, about 140. Now me we. Now Andrew made the thought provoking a be better was say ye MPs ya ye you omo and Kamenya Kayenye omo in the way say almost standing for midterm elections. They said they are evolutionary. Canada had a minimum about Momo, but there is always a midterm election. Oko US midterm elections are always held. And what they do, this answer what the midterm election does, they say obi the nada and a beji to me now by 2 years time no. Let you match rent to Mrs. Sano. Mutie. The entire brochure for practices are the end say. Say you say Brabaya MP, oh baby. Not the word you may and so near. Okay? Yet to me a day, Mr. Sound. Ghana so your constitution, they say. Yet to obey you say MP, or tell me 4 years. Let me the 1 year sit down. This can over and I'm a boy. It's the better for every year they are making us sit down back. The reason why in Tia MPs normal bad, they don't perform. When we saw a 4 years mandate. Into 1 year, Juma Kura and found one, Ebeka 1 year in Yako election. The here and say, or Bekwa Koto be to say, Mo, hold on. Or better to a mo tomante, any tuna panes, Anya Maniamano, or better to not the idea, or the other constituency. So to me to talk Anya Mano, the back constituency, or pair around where we election. Forgive me. Mutie. MP no. Onim say our 4 year mandate. Okay? And I'm 4 year mandate onim so wonti no. Yet me to Abama MP. Okay? The whole 3 years here who constituency. Ya back to Abano. Now fe honorable enemy you. Honorable den honorable the dan buy or the money and wa. Emo bag no 5 kilos no. Fried to bottle bako. Delay mackerel bako. Obapa tomato paste bako. And yade a friend is saying onga. Yade onga so cube no be 4 e de aka ho. Yade be 2 vote. Yade be 2 vote. But the honorable him say he only has 2 years. Na se wanye adwuma ya ntwa no so a. Menua okwa first day no okwa no be adwuma. MP's common fund no on fund to car kese en dem o on fund plaster onu abusu afie o on fund ko siesie na abusu afie o or the beya adwuma. Is somebody listening? Me say ono honorable MP no say onim say after 2 years biano and so cultural exams and also go show what he has done. First day no about parliament now no best start work for the constituency right away. This is a serious thing. MPs are taking the nation for granted because of the term limit. It will occur one term crown and could be Ukraine fan who when we yet to abandon so and to abasan konu mwenkonkonya no. Yet to abasan can the constituency no. Uncle fighting, uncle passing loans wa abayin bet to me the idea juma mano. And yes, uncle tina loans wa abayin here the idea juma no uncle tina so say on passing. What to obey you say? What kind of who debate ya? On debate be no phantom who say, oh yes, so ya kind of road minister. Oh be shema ya yo. And the answer MP no. Or the amo esichire sika and the tall wintino. You can't hold him accountable. You see the difference? You cannot hold him accountable because one kasa what to me now what the ban open what the constitution read to us and run. What's the Sunday I did to Jimmy? A money and what? And no so no walk over Bosia and now walk first cow baby. And all the thoughts are 5 kilo more 5 kilo money and one in and to what no MP common fund never no offer me then o got amount about them can show be one family then market mamu and the kabunya baby to idea because so what titi money and wedding in our career 1 year na 3 years as so you got to aba now I see I come for Friday day no I sign the better way. But if your MP knows say he only has 2 terms sir he will work hard. Yeah, we are serious, and that is how I want us to always look at these things. Okay, Obe Bruchira MP Combra Shobejumwa or Shembra Ebebwa the constituency. MP ye Bibia or ye Bibia Ebebwa the constituency. Last time an Encrophobia didn't come over platform, this no more catcher me say. One Kasani MP. Yeah, almost over a bonus side or I perceive you. One Kasani Kuro Frison or Crano went to me and Buko Tao. And so crab ban where's any note to me Busukuta. Yato obey MPB. Eh? One Kasani constituency, the Chromo in a prayer wound that sense almost to obey. Yeah. Or no one the constituency. Okoboy Moa, not on the constituency for Kobobo. On your Mudi Dokunubo, on your Muchi bicycle, on your Mushipa Bomuno, yes, ya to Abetiano. Adaya, Okoboy Lekeba, Ikewoba, you come. Kegbina, when Dagune, Itaba school, Ikelon Liba. Into your to Abeti Okoboy. Mamma, the Homo Patran say, Okoboy, the Debbie our bar, what it's a bicycle so. Into the room to look at me send this cat. Care boy, oh, care about trouble, keke. Okoboy, lele. Me cannot Okoboy hospital. A show my yard, some of my minimum mewa, no more papa no more, or they show my yard you. MP now or yet accessible to unknown the constituency. No, if I say Okoboy Nisika, I will never tell money and what. And after one more benku, they said the former MP no Sena because Sena Mami Benkuntino and Omoto Abama Sena says Sena and Cotton no one MP because Sena Mami wo a toba into one more Mugula Jokuano, boys in the bed free. Okoboya or no beba, and in the constituency for Abebo health work accessible to the people, no. Okoboy Ledabi, Keba, Itaba school, you come, Keba, Yahawanuku. Into Yatua Betian. MP now or no to Abama na omba constituency or Kradano. Once 3 years later, was the money and waba said to Abamano. A quite no promise was so come Rajebe Jamua. Or Bekwa Koye de Miami, Rosa Kwana dance now. Yea, me say, one was our quite MP no. Answer na Wabeko 2016, 2020. So catch us on the road minister Ebedin Kobo. Once a 1 year. Ya kwa election na wase aba. No so ba no so okura money angwa na no deba. Once edwemu no sila wensi amamo. Enso sa age money angwa ase akoto ababa. Na wakwan asan for another 4 years. Na nkrofo wapemfo aba fa afuro no kofa so awapon. Apemfo pese ye ko wo a delay ye ma ye wu wo pan so. Hospital na esanka ye hyebu kina. Infrastructure na esanka ma no ko hospital ho na nke etumi gina no. One say honorable went to be uncle Lobiama. Membo monim se come dew. Na eya wanum de ubedi ni wanum nko na upenti. One say watriku bio. One say watriku wa sign the 2 Jimmy na abasa be that down say sanko to abaman. So awu. Ghana for moment ni na ho. Your MP is supposed to serve you. And this MP be back. Now inside your constitution, and this is, you see, these are the fundamental constitutional amendments. Yes, you look here. But no, nobody cares about that. Agencies are omudi or mining. I see you focus on. Nobody cares about that. All they care about is Dr. Baumia. All they care about is Nana Akufo-Addo. And they only control just one section of the government. There are 3 arms of government. Name them: executive, judiciary, legislature. And a Bibiano, a winner Akufo-Addo. And I'm ready. I know you Akufo-Addo so Shambra. And I am my Akufo-Addo so a person, I find the cigar or person for the Sam George is my own go 2 man. And I will be Akufo-Addo say, see defense na cater for kan and what it. Mumma no kwan na yamfa sa 40 billion we. Any feasibility study steady. Ni yamfa pram ne other places ni na nka ho. Some judge the parliament said we will not allow government business to go on. Yet he's an MP. And what pisses me off about that ignoramus fool call some judge, they say a Christian. But someone mama abambe moshe nya no a Christopher. Some judge you know binti. Some judge, your Bible didn't tell you that every authority comes from God. So whoever they have put or ordained as your leader is your leader, and you must respect them. You read the Bible, but you don't understand the Bible. Some judge, yeah. We are free say we now go now. Now person who say we are Christo ni mapano. Or for so say, Esha will say, as a Christian principle, submit to authority. How they also there be? Cause we a Jimmy for. Yes, I'm George. Kilankuto Rambo, the only MP that dodges bullet. Only MP, you go to you know I say Kion Matrix na faha, Kion na faha. Abuba ba akokra nka no. Uyo gbo onu. Sami wo gbo la am de ne be man. Some more asem no Sam George, get out from it. Once a papa no this one skin e kura o. Ajado. Enim ni na to rough because I didn't new trim Yankopon. That is how he disgraces people. Sam George, we are bama pia yakuja wo. We are bama pia yakuja. Into the ejina ho na dem pene na unnim said the awo kan kra no it is an offense that can be punishable. A man can for so that my party will know that I'm working. So that my party will say that I'm working. Now Ujini says Sam George him say after 2 years pe obesa ko election obeka tro said the Akufo-Addo be yedi ano obestop. Sana ko beka. Maybe obemana ko so. Because government business borders on everybody. Government business, even in school. Obia use school. Government business, ebi ni akwan. Obi a use akwan. Government business, ebi a hospital. Obi a use hospital. Government business, ebi a companies. Obi a pay adwuma ye. And it's a we MP. Now what's the constitution? That's now what's what the constitution that set up that legislature and that's what you are. Why would you say to people, say, you will go to parliament to go and disrupt what the government of the day wants to do? You are distracting the success that is supposed to come to your own people. Because it is what the government wants to do that gets passed through parliament. You deliberate on it, pass the consensus on it, and it's being implemented. So, the woman with shallow mind, no one join bonesa Ghana and she subino. Ebe she with him. Now, the worker tell me say no inti. Who can stop government business? As some judge, you should, as a matter of fact, vacate yourself from being an MP. You are a fool. You don't understand what MPship is. A member or a representative of your people in Dingo Pram Pram, they should be ashamed of themselves. Anybody who voted for Sam George should be ashamed of themselves because Sam George told you people on TV, there would be no government business. What is government business? Government business is not NDC business. Government business is not MPP business. Government business is what he wants to do for the whole country. Is somebody listening? Is somebody getting the rhema? Now show me. What is government business? What the government of the day wants to do. And he needs parliament to approve portions for him to implement it for the society to benefit. Akufo-Addo cars compare DW cars be normal dia Coda initiative na Coastal Authority Development Acceleration one year on the bag. You say for Okada bra beji kai. Yeah, no be ni adwen say agro no odi. Right? But today, is that thing there or it's not there? Cars or ambulance. You adwen say agro ni dia dey because party be catch us on ko ambulance and there you confirm Toyota Hiace and a Hyundai Grace and the be good Bema camp. Sa fe ne ya catch company be so mo bompa. There be no come some the beka come magazine for. Say magazine for mo bompa ngu. Ambulance yes say fully equipped ambulance. Sika omoje Ghana for ne kire say ye koto ambulance resuscitation machines and monitors and everything is inside. Ambulance ne by ya Hyundai Grace, Toyota Hiace, and the dear big go. Akufo-Addo cars or Sebi ambulance and small Benz your dear big go. More ambulance new one we are baby. Mon cano credit. No more caso way the more de. Mon cano crow, mon cano credit. Now baby video be a measure. Mr. Mahama Feria de. I almost will be a accident. No, it's no visa. Can you call the ambulance? Hey, ambulance now almost see any human. Ambulance now kwa bena minta kando ni hu tie se kwadu wo betena Sempa FM se anya no kure no enu na Mahama afri na mo dwen se mo se emo na but yet also person ban pass or followers because the Ghana man has refused to reason with their heads. They rather reason with their belly. Ne fu di obedi amen. Send you obedi kura na wawu a obedi na wawu. Face the country. And the youth need a job. And the youth want a job. And the youth need a job. Yo, Tia one city. Na yema weduma. Also kwa untiabi. Ma MP ni minister ni tia. MP a watu abako yi ni nimso 4 years inti. Or say, masa sikana aban peso wajije no ode ma wo Ghana bebu no. I would see him face the country, no. Am I young fan fixer? Or MP? What kind now? What's the air debt trap? Kum nipano. MP be say, or NDC ninti, needing the opposition party. Sika abani here so the beya kwine no watch na bi wo kofa so a when accident no or best stop or ye MP or te ho 2023 next year Sam George will go to his constituency and tell them they should vote back for him to go and represent them. Sadly, they will vote for him because that part they are any money ending. And even though said the NDs you know, I'm why. Sometimes I pity a constituency like Pon Katamanso. Elfutiagbo said, I want to know. Now, constituency, no, ever since I created I do mobile, almost to MPP that, not even at the local level, assemblyman, almost for be MPP neither. Now, show what's a Pon Katamanso? Who you NDC, your president is in power. The minister for Greater Accra region is NDC. The MDC is an NDC person. The assembly member is an NDC. Everything you voted for was NDC. They were in power. They didn't bring development to you. 8 good years. Electricity and famba. Electrical light poles are amphibian. I've been to Summer Hill Estate. That's why I'm saying this. The owner of Summer Hill Estate is a good friend of mine. Or you Toronto ni. You understand? The owner of Summer Hill Estate. I know him. And he confesses. What party now? What to Obama and then to for development? 2020, when your opportunity says I'll go to Aba. What's the go to NDC in view? About Parliament on Casada. Today I am Bubo or your presence on Casai. Honorable Hobson Adoye, not on your MP poll. Hobson, not your MP. And the NAM. And all lobby for light poles, light say, from Apollonian na light you. Hobson Adoye and Sanu Ejuma. Hobson Adoye and Sanu Ejuma Nema Pon Kataman Society say you light kakra. And so they are two about my NDC all this while. Now Ekufuado Bahono Besrawa. We are tired of shortcutting. Jimmy, foolish talk. Muhammad did shortcutting, and Tamil did shortcutting. They didn't do a single project in Pon Katamanso. Ekufuado Abano no move a Sodama. We went to raise school dining at the idea and I said, and you are tired of a shortcutting. And I love the reply Ekufuado gave them. You have never voted for me, so you shouldn't be blaming me for development. You have always voted for NDC and they have been in power long. And they couldn't fix Pon Katamanso. Anyways, 140 number. With the movie here. Chairman Drew, catch on myself network maybe say Mr. Alexander and I say any of them wants to join now. Anybody who wants to join now, let them call me and let's talk some more now. Let me end this broadcast today. And I say, 2 hours. No, that's enough. Mr. Ma for a while somebody wants to call. Be away no. Be a network. Me fa 3 calls. Me fa 3 calls for anyone that wants to call and contribute to today's program. I'll pick up 3 calls for anyone that wants to. Number in here 647-599-1381. And I say 647-794-7194. Me pa chomo phrases here na into me anya den any komo. Na mintu me sorry so enkoye adefo from me demu ni na ase. Me pa choma mo be friend them why yes dem pi. Onyame adoma ye besen aye den aba life whenever the need be. That was the first call I read. All right, first caller. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Rob. About trouble corner. Be able call. Mate, me didn't beba. And I mean, the home come up behind closed doors. Meaning the me say, and I mean, the home come up behind closed doors.
That's good. Because because masa me call Ghana na for me the cry. And they send you very no share yeah.
Yeah.
Almost Saturday. Almost Saturday. Almost so videos no about lie. So I just man ko ba ye no mo de mama ya ko na fan so ye make and I mean to you know so I tell you to come and say the call Ghana I just go and say the give you that so I think I make for the and make it so now so make it so the be you that
yo
I didn't catch it down for I don't want to any room so say and let me see I must see into one I tell you and even the can see that's what we can do. It's the idea that top building material. Almost so almost is getting
yeah.
And you know first kind of this dime.
Yeah.
So you know a Ghana for now or only opportunities and I Ghana for with the too much. Felix almost with the too much. Almost take a coup for the Budana, Mayana, a similar man who would have been a man.
I your time.
Maybe we wouldn't tell someone so that would you bought your mom in the class. Your mama is yet, no, I am a Ghana. If you go to Ghana for your rich, you know. But for your rich, yeah, sometimes. Now, for your rich, Ghana for, I can hear your mama, and you could follow the compensation. Oh, much
at all.
Oh, my trick. And come on, I didn't match here, didn't match your follow, and I'm in coma, and I didn't match your follow. Now, your mama, the other match it. Well, I had to say, we'll be there. We'll be there, Papa. Now, the river of Martin, what's it that?
And you do it. And to me. But
which is Messi. Messi, now it's been Sure Mutari, ever compare.
And you do it.
For that, I just want to tell you, I don't want to say, your mama, when you back at 10, a Kufado.
Never.
Now, when they're only. When I give out the moon, I have to say, Ghana for the Buffalo Macra, you call Parliament House. They call because the team will be on. I'm telling you. Now, me too, or no, me, the whole team, other security, and 2 pictures, I'm not saying I'm Madam, Padarus, Lamb Cruises, and Super Lamb Cruises, Padarus, that the own call a parliament, no good stand.
Yabi.
Third country, I see developing country, no parliament, because Padarus.
Yeah.
And the Lamb Cruiser and Cafayella Padarus, the community to Lamb Cruiser, Puna, actually, a fellow from that. I tell you, so, look, I don't know to say, you want to go.
Yeah, fresh.
You know, me, for a yard.
Yeah.
No, that could for or say, or say, oh, yeah, in the 2 nations, after battle support.
Yo.
Tell it support. Yo. Now you get signatures, not that, and Russia,
Memoria.
Sam George. I know them all yet.
No.
Now, the car, and so yes, there was no how to not to know the protection.
Now, they say no.
What do you want to touch here? It's time to win that parliament. Speaker of Parliament. What's the parliament so many years? What the end got ya far? 2 years ago, you Hania Keke. Hania was so you can go. And it's just a for parliament.
No.
Eh? Hania Keke, what the end got ya far? You want to be and physically being for you, Hania. And you get almost to me, pushing the Bible. Yeah. Men are going to push the Bible. No, I'm person of in the Hania.
Yeah.
The Hania now, the sure, I'm not shy at the kitchen, and there were my parliament, and I go to you. I go to me.
No. But I don't know.
Yes, I thought 50,000 Now, me, apparently, yeah, me, I say, it's 6 meters, 6 payments, and to know to me, what the size can oh, this is kind of, and you mean that you can.
Or say, Chairman, say, Nipa Bacope, or no going to mean Sashi.
That's all I'm going to be the time, over also. Parliament, I just say, where they, you know, no one call it to Fiscal, I'm sure we are here. Without saying, it's a competition, well, my Fiscal Parliament is because all you go in.
And I just on one a bit me actually. I'm not a bit me actually. Many I made that say, my mamma offer for a chance now on the soon to me freebie. And that's a pound of contribution. You're Rupa, that's it. Mr. Man from whom I will call you. Now, but tell me why. Mr. Man from Ephraim. I'm Ephraim. Hello, sir. Good.
Hello,
yes.
My name is good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Actually, good afternoon.
Okay. I'm just listening friends now, and then I meet you.
Oh, okay. Madam, I say what you now. At was saying.
Oh yeah, because these are the programs that you wanna subject. Actually, so the buyer and also. Because Sadia and Crofosi Casano, as a Sadia, NPC and my power that. As a Sadia, young Mahamada. Oh, now, Usha, TMI, Mekogana, best October more. I'm a farm grand side of Guinea Mamma to Crasso.
Hey,
a crab the car, which means a car, like I saw, which means a my car one sam, as you know why. Now, Usha, but Pia, villages, Pia, Tessa, Pia, and a dime crab basis, and yesterday it's pure, dime basis is not like to all.
Wow.
Oh, and see, Usha said development to wait. Any free education, yeah, would be a benefit to be. So the Baya, sub Ghana, Nipi, to Kwaya, sub Uncle Yamogo. So that's because, yeah, guy do a passport of the Ghana, Nipa, Pasabasabina, Aqua went to me. A Kufuabu, a program winner or so, who up my ya. And Crofo, Akasa, Wolf, from the Sadia, so the young man is for that. Oh, and see. Program the minia for more than many crank at the Bia, obey a study of Baya, Ghana for no any paper or more so because of my reason we get the stick here. You better aqua tree. You better aqua tree. Now, I'm a quiet, I have made top so best, almost best 4,000 euros per month.
Wow.
400 euros per month.
400.
Ghana, minia. We 400 euros per month.
Wow.
Me take kilometers and me dey call the man na se poa. Ghana me catch you say, "Ukwa within 1 month no, o top petrol best and 50 euros kura won to minia." Wo the buy year ran se call here buy you na investment go. E wo ilu. Na investment go wo Ghana. On and this o check the Ghana for na se nya ma ifi. Na ọmụ n'ihe ma ha mapa ya kọmsọdị tikwa Ghana kama ya sọ bayira kura ni ewi ma wọm ẹsọ na bayira ne nneɛma bisa ebu wọ Ghana wọkasa wọkọ apesi wọ Ghana bi ni a wọyi 5 euros kura betin di apesi bibi ẹdi wọ Ghana.
Wow, look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah, me anyị abụọ bi Ghana kyesɛ ɛsọ nwanwa mefa taxi a bi ni ɛsɛ baabi a ɛdɛm abɛduri. Not here, 20 cities. Just a major one, I mean, as a simple complaint, they say, and mine wire than it. Meanwhile, also mine wire, what take it to one more up to, and my one more market, one more say, and near Mount Koyeno. Susua one more to a month. Just a water one, then I trust a mine wire day. Oh, and don't you know, Empire near, but a good father and I buy and I didn't know what we say. And this is the initial. I think almost any of the white guy with so much to be Ghana to understand the approach for a young not yet. So, we are Ghana year to know. We did this a boy. And that's how the France who got Ghana, who cast all your Ghana here. And go for credit, then now I had it.
Wow, okay.
You probably, oh yeah, go for the number foot in the gap one year day. Somewhere young Ghana for your business. Because any American, so this Africa put to do another 1 year to Ghana. Ghana no more your business. Oh, and to 1 year, my Saturday, get any Buona, one bar, and Serbian Tina boys, Leniatic, and more, any pan will be a better chama woman, no boys, Leniatic, and not to miss a good program. And see, program no eradication. You got to and you got to share to the Bay. I keep it also no every year. But that's
too much, Mr. Same. And I say that's Mr. Same from France. And I was say, I feel my friend, my bra, Maestro. Now on a some fan, Nadia Kakra and come. Maestro can say we are. Say no. Maestro can say we am say no. And I say, wow, me who say Jones be upon Jones per se or no join be. Until Mr. Jones number no on to train why? Yes, Mr. Mapo.
Oh, for the show.
Yeah. Apomo den hey, tell them I share you video go YouTube. Share me one who say Rasta man, and then I'm kind of simple. You say Rasta man give you to a dear and dear food, and you say where did you my temple from? Oh, come viral, Mr. Mafo, come viral. But here I say, now last so Sam and I'm one who says about to so. You didn't picture be pound to a pan or boom. Not say when you part of me say social media bloggers we know. See, come over there, you did you. You know, can say, I know I'm a link. Oh, they'll be right away, right after the program, you know, like I was about 3 videos of you now, man. I'm say, hey, they say the YouTube, no matter what. They say Stivona, Stivona, you're trying to say, on year of papa, you knew now, no, some Rameke Jamusa, but Pachoma will be saying, Stephen Boateng. Yabraki boot or that's all Ghana or to turn the papa name into no more more any adult more monim the number in nano. Yes, Ramo Momo Dynamo Freno. Ye dear Munim said, a young Koja went to me and Cocrana who seek to me call €10, €100, €50 at least. Oh, the qua a baboya brother no more no swenya, baby papa to me the ne papa day. Out to Yabraki boot or Ghana said they are more than pie time a cheap. You could see more of a kama by the same way na mjidi say now so then time piebo and then ya mabeta ye brother na chi amana ye ni Mr. Mafo what there oh 10 minutes they say above 55
okay
above 55 enti above 205 for na say 215 210 ube we by
okay
sorry 210
all right panyane mesancha upim edawase and what when you the other men, I do not only go Ghana 14, so money better on one say. The other number, Basabasa, the other year, some amount for Shada, Anoa. Someone they para, I will be on the coach to let it be no one man, no one can coach. Tell them that I was so. It doesn't, you know, I'm a check your phone, the supporting team. Sister Diana, Chairman Drew, Sister Petty, George, you know, HLBPR. Young call strictly what you were talking about. The before I don't call the main topic, so I just want to. Because I'm a man, they get to be about drink a crana amount for job.
Okay.
This year, amount for $30, and we said dollar, and boy, $10, and boy, and Ghana. When you did the Amana Bassa, the Amana Bassa, you know, say, his excellency another than Kufa, the better Ghana. Or expanded the Ghana economy 100%.
Yeah.
By fact. Or spending by 100%. Now some could be $40 million. And my IMF no mujano.
Yeah.
Into by expanding the Ghana economy, automatically monies are not getting back to the bank. Sikano Akaman for bottom. And I'm with the Timoso, and I'm with the Omope. And a bank, aim to me insecure. A huge amount of dollars shall be to me, and they are guaranteed foreign investors. I'm a person of Mramino. When you know, CD depreciation number. Now, I say we are making as a anything. As a say, there is money in the economy in the hands of the individuals. People are spending a lot of money in Ghana now. Or more top. Cement, iron rods, India. People are buying a lot of construction materials. When natural say, Sikano Waman for bottom. And this is Sikano one sign I'm fan bank. I'm a bank in some amount of money. I'm very secure. Exchange rate of the dollar now. The dollar will always rise because the Ghana bank cannot cover some dollars the amount for the flabon. But it could be the dollar $1 per Ghana. For investment, I was on the money guarantee annually by $2. Well, this one is by fact. This is international business, what they call insurance, or some farmer will be about it. It is a Musikana baby Munsum. Now, what did it Momoso? One was on my engine Momo tax. Most of us first can and compact. Let's can bottom. That's $1, not Nepoya. I'm not to some more science. You see how Ghanaians are. Ghana for Binomon cannot correct. Ghana for Binum, I am going to say they will do everything possible. Say they pay a bang with the name and officer. Now, in the pensioner, a lot of the NDC so-called businessmen, they are keeping their capitals at home. They are keeping a lot and a huge amount of money at home because they are catching them say, or when you say, let's see, the whole entry. But catching them say, once we have said the political wise kid, the Ghana bank is going to set up to make sure, say, we will chase the dollar the way that is supposed to go. And this issue will be solved. Let's talk about these so-called MPs, hypocrites. These so-called MPs, hypocrites, especially the NDC, what they call MPs, and Omoko Parliament. The Omoye say they are there for NDC, but not for Ghanaians and not for Ghana as a nation. Who Obi a yɛfrɛ honorable honorable yɛ din bi a nkɛ de ma wɔ a ɛyɛ din kronkron ɛyɛ din bi a ɛmu eduru ɛyɛ din bi a ɛyɛ yɛnka ne sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ ɔyɛ kusakura mu ne sɛ it's a proud title. Honorable yɛ proud title ɛyɛ nimonyam edin ɛna ɛfrɛ no honorable. Now will be also from St. George or whoever they call you. I also yɛ honorable. Utimi tra camera nim ekasa te said ya wona ngwase dem awoto. So these are the people that we have as the leaders of Ghana. This is the person I don't know how many people voted for this guy say in Congo Parliament. Nan Congo yenyansa sema banu timinfa nkoso emra ne mpeso also akwatra ho na wafa NDC flag dey abona pempem say NDC in government Ghana ban timinya hwema ni ne mama fo na sai nipa we na ye cha omo amomu timinya vote free ho e bi ye nim so omo e dey e ko ba bi o Ghana even kura na omo enka government no ready omo ye na we no omo nya akwanya so omo kwatra ba so omo no omo ko decide bi ade pem papa no ade pem and on which may decide the amount you said the papa and said them show never wabrabo. And this a cool party, a party or modi cool and a baby a banso. And this a manukobia or money political arrangements or money knowledge about political sense. Your money man said, group. Yenye kutukata, yenye gang, yenye corrupt people. Na yenye humum. Na yenye kwaya na foso beti nya frustrate Ghana development. Na mbono omo individually omo beto omo. And this is very wicked as a political party. Kasa.
Oh, Debbie Kasa, Mitio Pa, Debbie Kasa.
And this is a very wicked political party because political party your intention today is to make sure that the government of Ghana cannot put a pin on the table because it's not your so-called Draga Mahama and you will not allow the government to move on. Meanwhile, the government have a lot of plans on the table. These plans are the plans that every Ghana man and so you'll be out in Ghana, you first think about the development of Ghana as number 3 NDC NDC. Now when the public say don't get here to could not simply so say will be Quran never born as soon and also being upon you answer yet to me I prevented the government from achieving its aims. Now we call these people as leaders. No, the public says you don't get here. Actima put your position as one of the what they call senior ministers in the parliament. Ghana, the cancer of Ghana, because NDC, they are wicked-minded personalities, and no man found to themselves in a political arena, and nobody that kind of bad mentality, Ghana, that kind of mentality, but you born some mentality now. That is what they are using. He said the only Ghana impossible say it's the same type of mentality and this is the parliament. Yet your Ghana mind. His essence is Uncle. He has lived a very nice life. You will not to see come. It's no one about me. We're dealing with the I don't think they will tell you we are here. Uncle Father. Oh, now. When you say bring this will be on with that. When you say at the end of the day, but the man has the vision to help his people. Now when you so-called Ghana some paso Haruna Idris the free SHS some paso Fuseni Muntara as a friend say Akwaba also that what they call a benefit. Yeman Joseph, they have taken advantage of all this free SHS and or not. Now we have the same people who are in parliament trying to do everything possible so that the government cannot fulfill its promise of allowing all Ghanaians to go to school. And we think, say, these people are so-called leaders for the Ghana. So Ghana, if we want to go forward, we must to cure our cancer. Now cancer now we have to cure, no? And yet cancer bill, NDC, and the cancer of Ghana. Because brother, will be a waiting at the Ghana man so and feel poly so I want to make fun in the sense in a bunker say this social intervention with I made it by and I made it poor man my man. I don't trust our ban him and I say ending to a papa be a man Ghana minor as a country. And this and I'm so money and muda. And you could have went to me when you go shoot. No money pay up on Clinton. And until and Mahama to me from Simpie, and also Oko to see Bawumia. Now, Sabio, the original one can original Sagana for Sana Yatunana. Only that shadow mandate that and this is for carry you for and was for no mediachi, Nabuchina, Yada Fune, and one. They are going to listen to that kind of analysis story. Or not in a city who shall perform better or more because one for the Yahubi all the regions in Ghana. And two general the two I am Pia. You are just wasting your time. Now the mobile it actually shows us that they have no plan. They don't know how to lead a political party to win power. Apart from basing on the same campaign messages of their opponent. Omoni message. And in Tia, Parliament, they want to frustrate the government, what they call businesses, and yet regarded to the promises that the MPP as a political party, and the Ghana man, and Sana, the Obabenya, Ababedi, Akoya. Brother, we did emphasize from us, yes. We are watching the NDC. We have saw their performances. We can compare that their best performance. But I know so more Juma Titru, Ghana, my mono. There are two and the Ghana economy for and the Ghana economy a better than a bra no Monsieur Moye or Moye at the bar. And just as you say, and so to a Madame Mongo, I didn't say and I say, Dokono kwasia dokono breno ho a ye ne to ahye ko a yes dokono ye dey abere the NDC they should forget about it. Now I can promise you say bro in 2024 due to this kind of misbehavior NDC MPs omo edit parliament or their political party as NDC will completely dissolve because many district, German South, I will make sure say that Ghana your friend or for that he won't get one single vote because all the MP people for Motoman in Irano will be a complaining because he's not helping the government of Ghana to proceed on the good arrangements on the former and yet Ghana Krabehe a plan and Omodia War. It's the brother NDC MPs now more parliament one share. Okay, yet to Nanka, you don't require him. You some tables, so near jump Abba, but you are Bobby, who are not at the part, yellow one below. Show more church say the law is not in their hands. When the Constitution talks, you must shut up your mouth and follow the regulations and laws that is coming from the Constitution. And you say, High Court, like I said, the speaker can go due to situation in our parliament where you have nowhere to run to. You have to obey the law, bother your eyes, and accept the good process and the good plans that the government have for Ghana to proceed on, so that the youth of Ghana can see a better life they can see a better Ghana in their life, so that the youth of Ghana can wise up, so that the youth of Ghana can educate themselves enough, so that you frauded political party as NDC can never and ever come back in power. Brother,
Mr. Maestro, number 10 in Kano, they be our bar, just as he does. I just love his submissions. His submissions are always on par, like it's always top notch. You know, my friend, last caller near the Abbey. Mr. Joe, I also 5 minutes. You know, brother, let's get off from here. We stood on for more than 2 hours, and it's not supposed to be that long. Mr. Joe Isifo, we are calling you wherever you are hiding. Pick up your phone. Mr. Joe Isifo, I'm calling you, sir. All right. Therefore, and yeah, now. Send your kind of calcum yet in a quaquanum, a cram so a name to me. I am a debra mono. Madame, I want to me buy a best of what to you in the money nasty, I maintain and muncho. Now on your mocassi, and I may add one, or China, and I say, you know, I'll come back. Hold on. Hello, sir.
Hello, Joy Symphony.
Pocho.
Me ballet into me chair, Council now, the chair also.
Okay.
Now, but let me chair market.
China quick now, and then no time no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make try short.
Yeah.
What's the time? Maka now, let's fix a country as some haka. One on Siciano, Pollard Mortuary, wire research. The research intro there. One on Muhammad is Maria. Because now, I have the origin of foreign affairs.
Yeah.
The time Muhammad overpowered. I did change him now, Wafa Atuguba as executive secretary to Muhammad. Atuguba or the cabinet. Into 2 months' time, now Atuguba or make a special request. So 1 second, Omawo, Embran office. And say, Omawo no, Atuguba no, when you Mahama, Papa, you know, Adori no, or your Mahama that you work, Lorry, into Ghana for one more you under. Now, Oko prison there, Oko Kajon with it, or your lawyer, or your PhD student, or you day UK, prison crown, one Pinama family and our relatives, one face Banam prison, only. He knows it, only men, only the reason. Until all your no, all the barrel come a prison. They know, or you support public affection because there are lots of ignorance in Ghana. Obi Anyewa, Ozzy, Nana Ben, Ozzy, Ozzy come out of prison because Obi the prisoner, or prison directorate, you know, or one responsibility.
Yes.
Into Obi to become a business, they have a responsibility. They have to answer. Or a lawyer on you. Or they're gonna fall when you're down. Now, woman, that's already in our Mahama, Noria, on your Atuba. And when they be in that, when you want on the way, Mahama, so Papa. Nephew, so Maka Sam George, Nasa. Sam George, or Parliament there, or no, Popwa, over Magana, Punto Abagana. One go there, or Uncle boxing, of your boxing, Uncle Las Vegas, and now Uncle Buko. Arena honor. Now Uncle boxing because NDC they don't have any know-how. Until one thing they say and doom saying and not getting because when you instead that is what they are doing. Now MPP parliamentarians MPs they also have a duty in terms of answering to one constituent members. You know, say MPP people who go to one crowd, they have a responsibility to all the constituent members where CP people, you know. It is a parliament will frustrate one out. They should fall back. Now one constituency, now after MPC prayer, when you want in your dialogue, say Deban or Baya, when you're Deban, no one can answer one. Now I'm not for as someone who do a parliament because or the Asuda or the one the Kijaya name into Sako, that's what frustrates one. You need to come back and tell us what is going on in Parliament. I must say, Bibi and Kodra, they emblem there, them party a voting money. Okay, why every Amaya into Mr. MPP, they need to fall back to their constituency. Now, one chair in summer or Parliament because they have a duty. They are answerable to their constituent members. Into someone you want, now you can train there. I have to be all the way.
Okay.
And now, maybe the last one. It's you know, Kaka Motum, Mayati,
exactly.
Maka, I train a but maybe the last one, you know, so maybe another time.
Now, make the one guy say you're all ready. Somewhere next week, I would have a one-on-one with you, and we talk about the Rolling School. We are talking about Rolling School, PNDC, PNWC, and WDC. Workers Defense Committee, and then
People's Defense Committee. They were changing here.
WDC,
Workers Defense Committee.
Yes, now so at no. One cabal now they formed with Rollins, you know, that name we will discuss all of them. Into somewhere next week.
Yes, it's not different from what Atuguba and Bomawan are doing.
Okay.
Now, Bomawan on Mahama and Atuguba Yejuma. Obeno, or former party, no group, treat the country. He should have declared his lineage.
Yes.
His political lineage.
Yes.
Mahama Yejuma for so many years. Position but he didn't. He's still in Ghanaian.
Yo, we will find. We will find a way. We will find a way.
You know, the Yama on Kodum and so once in our Okobina. Mahama
Okay, that's it. But as Mr. Joe, I'm going to share now onto the show. Said I'm kind of time and ask me the money and ask mom to me join in. As a bonny see and the bonny and a bonny cartoon. Namembo be a hobby, Namia Doma, saying another time. Messiaba, near educative program, say, I could say, Yana, epepa ema nipa tem nyama ase madam Mr. Mayor Mr. Kofi Amayaw ase MPP Communications US say utumi ebe join yen then obete sebe ntra nkrofo wi no mo pese mo de start ka hye Ghana fo mu no obete sa eyini free o Mr. Mayor meda ase uja your busy schedule or any political zone ebe hwebo mu sa na madam ahwefo nyina ase na madam team ase mo am put the things together me visuals name me information sister Diana Rivers nyankopon shout de bia mame nyankopon ntina nim nkyerɛ na ɔnyɛ okɛseɛ chairman Drew also sa nyankopon ntina nim nkyerɛ na ɔnyɛ okɛseɛ mamma nsuo empa wo fie da de bia onto nsupa fengu fie na wonsɛm mmra bi na ɔnyɛ wɔ default sɛ dia wayɛ wo na kɔsoboa na de bia na dia meka kyerɛ wa no onyankopon de oba social media for a reason. My brother Drew, God has brought you here for a reason, and I want you to know that reason, identify it, and work it the way I owe you know. Don't let anything sidetrack you. Don't let anything take your mind off the prize. Okay? People would come, people will go, but the price and the focus must be consistent. And we must get it done. You believe in the principles of MPP. You believe in the principles that can develop Ghana. Let us team up as we have done and produce some good events and good shows to the people of Ghana. I believe so with time, you know, people will come to realize this platform. They will patronize it more and the good work will go on. Timedamo say, class professors Cynthia Medawa say, Opon Jones, at the Pananefua Minta Kojweji, Danaya Nimwa, Jocelyn Coleman, Betty Kumson, at the same madam. I also here. Maybe you. I'm so for message. Nana before Michia wants so I'm watching you live from South Africa. Upon Jones, you yate South Africa for your chairman in Mamu in my chairman. Francisca Ubria J, you're doing to say. I hope say BBI okay. Mr. Mafo, Mr. Oswase, say to me by and I'll be trying. Now show me okay, lobby, issue boy, Miniano. And the care if you try me own. Tell your husband that you also have another your husband somewhere who also cares for you. Why? All right, madam. Madam say for all the support you the support me and all the advice. God should bless your household, you and your family, your husband, everybody. God should protect you and guide you. I love you all. Bye bye. Demandru, yeah. Yeah, so, that's a good part about
production.
That's the part. This was such a part of
Mire, Makuma Okwao. Mire, Makuma Okwao. Day, let's say what's one of my sorry, let's say what's one of my sorry, so what is your moa? We carry down my cofaba. So what is your moa? My famuna my cofaba. Hey, we are Mirishi. And untimentu to Asido. We are Mirishi. And untimentu to Asido. Say they are body and inkunema hona. Or they sad my mobile. Say your body and income never honor. Media Sara Maboma. I want me penny now. Media penny now. It's in the
Yeah, Ashafo, Adofone, Atiafuina. We are one about the GH. Then some made a brown very simple. None of me was say propaganda ma NDC phobia than your gym for. And ne part 2 ana made brow. And some near very simple. We didn't want us a trono a tuatia no than gym for. Tinyamin a media obiatem. Afetie me. Yawa maimu. Don't dramani ma manini NDC. Catch the MPP for so muya would for ya cron for. Health insurance we ba ko ni kwa se we bio. One time premium no mo de omo de beba. Ye to abama omo. Health insurance one time premium no me busa don't do money mama ni NDC for say why. Mo ba ye mo me se mu kana ana musa ba begu no. Mo won sem tro mo modern agim for. Afetie me. Ye wo Ghana don't do money mama ni NDC kro ya. So JSS for omo be provide omo nyina school uniform. Mo nkyere me school single school and this if me provide a school uniform propaganda adamu jimie afa mun santie me ye wo Ghana ana NDC whole general secretary Johnson Siedu Nkatia ye discover why you're under president for 4 time was why na eye ajongo because of propaganda NDC for be dia to why 8 good years na nya ajongo no mutu propaganda amasi Siedu Nkatia NDC for bi no modern agim for mini wo bi atem afetie me John Dramani Mama NNA NDC 2016 NPP so mo be free education SHS John Dramani Mama say enya feasible and I say just 20 years NPP babedi adia 6 months omo ye free education John Dramani Mama kocha youth ambassador monto abama me na met my free education ye na me busa say ne 20 years no eduru and I say adia na nya feasible na fe dia ba feasible you see propaganda e manipa bi no modern agimfo wa NDC ye kan ye nto sabi say ya na me ko no me bo njiremu mako mienu miensa na watemase na won say nyame na me di obi atem na NDC fo quotation ni Bible say modie moja mu free ni mo no obronsam moja na kono de na woye na mpese mu ye bi wona ye wudi fo free ase no onyina no kreso o ka tro sama na fru no ankasa no mu no waka enti NDC fo di true wo wiase nyina bi ade ba ko pa ka NDC fo ne say ombedi tro ama na sofom na sase apai say ta na fe o maji o money so see am next.
This is Nana Kwakumus and the Ghana me with the money mine. Don't check Buba 8 cover. I meet this student all the way in Akuma Daya Francho. Yeah. What is the name of your school? We are Kenten. Did you pay school fees or you didn't pay nothing? It's free education. Free education. Wow. So what do you want to tell His Excellency Nana Dodan Kwakumus? Thank you.